All right, well, welcome back, everyone, to Triumph of the Tusk. In our last session, we started the campaign. Yippee! We begin our story at the advent of Torrentmoot, a massive gathering being put on by the Empty Hand Hold along the floodplain approximately 3 weeks before the first waters of the deluge come down from the Tusk Mountains. A time now where there is peace between the various orc holds, no matter their thoughts and opinions and potential conflicts with one another. This is a time where all that is put to the side such that each hold can hunt and prepare to survive for the oncoming year. More than that,
Winter's
though.
coming.
Oh, sorry?
Winter's coming.
No, it's late spring. Winter
It
just
will be
ended. Wanting more than just survival, Ardax the Whitehair, the current leader of the Empty Hand Hold, which rules over Urgir and effectively kind of is the face of orcs in Belkzen, has put on Torrentmoot here in order to improve relations with surrounding nations and merchant groups and other organizations, hoping to end the long view that has existed of orcs being violent monsters. They can still be violent monsters, but they aren't all the time, and that's what we're trying to show to the world.
Like onions.
We
They have
layers.
multiple layers.
Very true.
So, amongst all of the various holds and individuals who have arrived at Torrentmoot, the Bloody Gauntlet, the Death's Head, there's the Golden Wheel Trading Company from Nermathis, there are hobgoblins from Opric, there's even someone from, I don't know which hold is it, the Gutspear hold. Why are they here?
Ew.
Right? We've got Knights of Lastwall here. We've got Pathfinders. Members of the Pathfinder Society, I should specify. There are a number.
Member, yeah.
Shh. It's the thought that counts. They're also problem people. We don't like the Pathfinder Society.
Yeah,
No
they
one
got
likes the
don't?
Pathfinder Society.
No.
All they care about is like books.
Preserving history at the cost of everyone else's expense. One of my favorite things is that the Pathfinder Society in lore is hated by most nations
It's funny.
because they just do what they want. So, you all, be you members of other holds, lone wolves from the Badlands, or perhaps from outside of the country itself, have also gathered here at Torrentmoot, met one another, met with a number of the other dignitaries that are here to begin celebrating and building connections with one another. We pick up our story right at the beginning or so of the 16th of Desmas, the second official day of the celebration of Torrentmoot. You all arrived on the 14th, you had a celebration that night, and the 15th you spearheaded a massive wrestling contest, while some of you also then began to scout out the surrounding region and noticed a flock of what appeared to be peritons to the northeast. So, as the morning of the 16th of Desmas arrives, you all wake up and begin preparing for what your goals of accomplishing today are. By this point, have many of you begun sort of meeting up first thing in the morning, or are you still sort of doing your own things?
I make sure to say good morning to everyone. I have to
Double fam.
make sure to build relations with all.
Oh yeah, Zool would definitely, see how everyone he met yesterday is doing this morning, and seeing if they have any plans for the coming day.
I would definitely, with my wrestling buddies at the very minimum.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Rog would be preparing, knowing we knew that there was going to be a hunt today, right?
That was an above table thing, you guys knew.
Okay, so he's just preparing for whatever comes the next day. So I think that he didn't bring much with him, so he's just like setting himself up to like get the day going. I think so. He's probably a little quiet to himself.
Sure.
Jericho, those creatures that that Rog found. Sorry, Bull.
It's all right.
The what were they called? Petrons?
Harringtons.
Harringtons. Are they in our bestiary now, or do we actually have to encounter them?
They are not in your bestiary because you have not actually encountered them. You just sort of spotted a flock of them on the horizon.
Okay.
Just because you spotted some wild animals doesn't mean you're going to fight them at some point. Yeesh. Are you so excited to fight something? It's almost like you're
I need to fight something. Let's go hunt those Harringtons.
Well, go over here to fire.
As far as the first thing in the morning goes, Glasha would probably at least greet Rog, since they spoke the day before and were in the shared tents. And maybe Kestrel as well, if they're the tent for that order, I forget what they're called, is next to the communal ones. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, you, as you're sort of going about your morning preparations and greeting everyone, you give a greeting to Kestrel as well, who greets you back warmly. You can see she's already ready for the day and is heading towards Ardax's tent, seemingly for a morning meeting. But she does stop for a moment to wish you a good morning as well.
I'll just be like, business with Ardax this morning.
Oh, lots of business to get done with him, and with everyone else wanting meetings with him, morning's the best time.
Very smart of you.
I'd say this is probably the third time you've noticed in a day and a half Kestrel going to speak with Ardax.
Does she seem like casual, relaxed, or does she seem like nervous, like she has something urgent to tell him?
Give me sense motive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I'm happy you got the hover mod.
You're welcome. I
Oh,
live
yeah,
to
that's
please.
nice.
He lives to add more things to his mod lists.
Yeah, I know. And ruin your guys' loading times.
On the way to 100, right?
Yep. One day I'll get there.
Is that the one where we see the picture in the bottom?
Yeah, so any token you hover, their picture will fully show up in the bottom left of your screen now. So that you can see them better. Fun thing I realized with that is if I have a creature that I have their profile as one picture and their token a different picture, you're going to see the profile picture, so disguising enemies doesn't work as well. Oops. Taking a quick note of Kestrel's appearance, her gait, her expression, she doesn't appear to be in any sort of rush. There's a sort of a happy glint in her eyes. She seems pleased.
Okay. Glasha will just be like, well, tell him I said good morning.
Will do.
And tell him I hope his arrows are going well. He was doing some crafting yesterday.
He was crafting when he spoke with you, too. I don't think I've ever seen him not crafting arrows. It's a little impressive.
Maybe he'll hold a class for everyone here. That would be nice.
Wouldn't that be entertaining? Maybe I'll bring the idea up with him. With that, she will make her way over into Ardax's tent.
Can we start with 5 influence on Ardak because we got one for each orc or half orc?
You started with 5 reputation points.
A reputation, sorry.
Your reputation is different from your individual influence.
Sorry, my
I'll
bad.
tell you this, your influence with Ardex doesn't particularly matter, because your influence with him is effectively based off of your reputation with the entirety of the camp. Because contrary to what it may seem with him being effectively cooped up in his camp in his tent the entire time talking to people, he is making sure to keep note on everyone here and what they're doing and the impressions people have of one another. So, as he hears good things about you guys, that's what raises his opinion of you.
Yeah.
But you can
This guy's actually
try
keeping a
to-
list.
He is. Oh, yeah. You can directly attempt to influence him as well if you would like, which will have an additional bearing on your overall reputation, but the overall reputation is what matters the most for him.
Are the numbers that we see individual based or group based?
For...
Well, the numbers are separate from the reputation, we said, right? So
Yep.
the numbers we see.
They're influence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the influence individual based or group based?
It depends
gonna be
for
group.
them. Most of them.
Okay.
So, like, Crick Erblin, Lakon, they are the members of the Bloody Gauntlet and Death's Headhold. These are mostly individual based, so you don't. But in this sort of situation, you don't have to worry about trying to individually influence each member of that hold. So, like, Death's Head had Lakon and Tashki. Your influence with one of them is effectively both of them. But these will not.
Got it.
These are not representative of that entire hold's opinion of you, just these members of those holds.
Understood. Thank you for the
Mhm.
explanation.
Can you imagine
I'm
how
gonna go
easy
say
it would be
hello.
to build relations with holds if talking to one person built relations with all of them? That'd be amazing.
I'd like to go
Sorry,
talk
John.
to this guy over here. I don't know his name.
Which guy?
The
Hobgoblin.
Yes, you learned yesterday, and I'm sorry I did not make the
That's okay.
names known. Lieutenant Nar is the leader of the hobgoblins from Aurochs, followed by Sub-Captain Nyx. Are these two individuals? And yeah, after wrestling down most of the hobgoblins yesterday, though, Nar themselves had stayed out of it and had a little bit of banter following where they said maybe they would join in today and actually give you a run for your money. Yeah, you walk over, say good morning to them. Good morning to you too, Dron.
morning, Nix and Nar.
They've both got like mugs of what look to be coffee that they're simultaneously sipping on.
I wanted to ask you after yesterday's competition. You all seem to be very competent in battle and such. I wanted to know what do you do against, or have you ever come up against any of the undead that has plagued the lands around us? I've always
Undead.
fought against them, and I want to raise my
Certainly.
breadth of knowledge.
Depends on what types of undead you're coming across. After all, they have so many different weaknesses. We haven't fought many of them ourselves, but studied them, yes. For the more you know them, the better. Any specific types of undead you're trying to hear about, or do you just wish to perform an exchange of tactics?
An exchange of tactics, or if there is one that you think is particularly worthwhile knowing. Though I found, and I'll activate my fire aura.
Sure.
My flames are enough to usually take most of them down. I haven't met many that are immune to that.
As their coffee immediately reheats in their hands.
Oh, I can't do that. I wish I could.
You know what? Flavor be damned. Well,
I'd show you the cold one, but that would be unfortunate.
Yes, well, maybe do it for him. She'll gesture over at Sub-Captain Nyx. Personally, if we're talking namely fought, ghouls are the greatest foes we come across. The most common, I should say, greatest foe belies them being powerful. They're not.
I haven't fought many of them before. Mostly skeletons, zombies, and the such.
What weapon do you have visible?
I have on my
battle
back
axe?
the one-handed variety.
Okay. Hearing you mention skeletons and seeing the battle axe on your back, they'll actually raise their eyebrow a bit. Surprising you haven't switched to something a bit more blunt then. If you're fighting skeletons.
Back at home, I have another weapon that I use. Not a maul. What's the smaller?
A warhammer?
A warhammer, but
Ah.
my preferred weapon is the battle axe. Works well against zombies.
I see that it does. If you would like, remind me, do you have warfare lore by chance or no?
I don't. This would probably
you have
be more
undead lore?
diplomacy. Nope.
Ah.
I didn't want to double up on everybody's.
Then yes, you can just give me a diplomacy check as you talk this morning for a little while. You won't necessarily have time for full influence here, but you can absolutely spend some time and converse about different tactics, sharing what you know about skeletons and zombies, and they'll share what they know about ghouls. So you would have a good idea about like the ghoul's stench aura and ghoul fever itself if you ever come across them.
I'll also go over afterwards. I'll go over to the guy selling stuff. What was that? That was
Arian and Karai Print.
I'd be like, I forgot my warhammer. Can I buy one?
A warhammer, is it?
Yes.
He'll immediately rummage around in a pack and produce a fairly standard warhammer that you can absolutely pick up. 1 gold is the cost for this. You know what? Just for you and in the spirits of Torrentmoot, 9 silver.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
But of course.
So embarrassing when you forget your warhammer at home. We've all been there.
He was hoping his red face was masked by the fire aura.
Let's see. Zool and Crow, as the two of you are sort of sitting around the large campfire this morning, perhaps eating breakfast as you finish up your...
We're talking about our wrestling stories.
Perfect. A tall, sort of muscular Dromaar with a high top knot sort of nods in greeting as she walks over towards you. She's got a wonderfully made bow strapped to her back and carries quite a hefty bit of survival gear with her. She looks like she's getting ready to leave camp. And as she sort of makes her way over, you see she's kind of clocked a few other people in camp already, but comes over towards you. Interested in going for a hunt?
Always.
And that would be specifically this figure over here.
Zoo will also nod enthusiastically.
Nothing brings us better together than hunting and providing for the people here.
Right, you are.
Also, Crow, imagine the glory it would bring if you could wrestle a mighty beast into submission.
It wouldn't be the first time. Did I tell you about the time I headlocked a bear?
Real quick, before the two of you get back into your conversation, we're leaving in 2 hours, so don't miss us or we'll leave without you.
No way, I think we might pick up a few other scragglers as well.
By all means, if they want to hunt, bring them along.
Yes.
Where should we meet?
East end of camp.
All right.
Look for the top knot.
We'll be there within the 2 hours.
All right. And they will continue going around camp and asking a few others before making their way back to their own camp and grabbing a few other of their members.
Yeah, the bear just surprised me. I had grabbed its head and wrestled and realized I still hadn't finished dressing yet. Everybody had a good laugh at that, except for the bear, of course.
Crow,
Yes.
why did the bear pick you? Did it have anything to do with honey and fish?
I don't remember. I believe I was smoking some food. We were at camp after all.
I've never wrestled a bear before. I've hunted them, but...
Let me tell you, he was a strong wrestler.
Ugh. Zool's gonna kind of look at Crow and then at Guru. Does Guru nod at Crow's story?
Guru kind of rolls his eyes, as in there. It did happen, but probably not exactly that way.
He's heard this story at least 10 different times in at least 10 different ways.
Yeah.
It just keeps getting more and more embellished each time.
He wrestled a bear rug when he was really drunk, out of his mind.
All right, Crow, should we go and gather people up?
We should finish our food first and then gather them up.
Agreed. Oh, before we go, I need to check in with my sergeant. I'll be right back. Jericho.
Mhm.
My tent was over here, if it will let me ping. There we go.
That is correct.
Now, Gorza, I saw her go into Ardak's tent, but
Mhm.
I have not seen her since yesterday.
She made her way back to the tent afterwards, and she was around yesterday during the day.
Oh, she was.
So,
Okay.
yeah, she's around camp as well, talking to people, making friends.
Okay. So I would just go check in with her, ask her how the quote-unquote diplomacy's going.
Better than it would go if you were in charge.
You know,
Damn.
Gorza, you said we wouldn't bring that up.
No, I distinctly did not. You asked me not to bring it up, and I did not respond.
Fuck. Well. Anyways, will you be remaining for the rest of the Torrentmoot, or were you just here to drop me off and let me fiddle about?
I'll probably remain for a few more days, perhaps go on a hunt with the Gutspear one, see if we can't have an interesting conversation. Then maybe be on my way back to the hold.
Well, I might see you on the hunt then. And, I'm assuming I will not be required to return to the hold with you. I can stay.
I'm not your mother, Zul. No, you're not required to go back with me.
Well, excuse me.
You're excused.
Alright, fine, thank you. And I walk off. I go back to Crow.
She
And
raises an eyebrow as you leave and has a smirk on her face.
Yeah, I bet she does. And Crow, when you see Zul come back over and he sits down, he's just got this disgruntled look on his face and just
When you come back, Guru is lecturing me on how I need to, keep the stories down and, be focused on the work that needs to be done.
Now, can I understand Guru when he talks, or is it just...
Yeah, he's speaking our common language.
I'll look over at him. I'll look at you.
He's a little too serious. I said, don't worry, he's just a little too serious sometimes.
Crow, if I have to listen to that story one more time, I'm going to lose it.
It's a great story.
It's great to you. I have to be drunk to listen to it, and I can't get drunk.
That's what happens when you are a spirit.
Was it by choice?
But
Riddle me
but
that.
now you have, but now you're able to act again. It is all good.
Fair point. Just don't make
But-
me listen to that story again, please.
But you are correct. We should get moving. We'll start to warn everyone and make sure if anybody else wants to come, they are more than welcome.
Yep. I'll go find Glasha.
Okay. You make your way over to where both Glasha and Rog are sort of finalizing their daily preps and perhaps conversing quietly with one another, perhaps remaining quiet.
Glasha. Rog. Up for a hunt?
Yes. Cooped up here for too long.
Alright
Who?
then.
Who and where?
2 hours from here, east end of camp.
Okay.
Don't know what we're hunting, but I know we're hunting something.
You could pretty easily assume you'll be hunting Aurochs.
Glasha, you should come. You showed me the drum, and I'll show you how to hunt.
Of course. I would love to. Well, I have a bow. I'm not the most adept at it, but I can try, and maybe I can assist somewhat. My music can help in battle. I'm sure it could help on a hunt.
Yeah, you look like you can handle yourself. I'm sure we'll be fine. I'm sure
Yes.
we'll have a pretty decent hunting party. Knowing this group, if it's anything like my hold, it'll be a decent sized party.
Do I
Alright
know if the hunts would tend to be like dangerous or anything? Like, I guess there are animals that could be
Give me a recall
pretty strong,
knowledge.
okay. Oh wait, I guess it's just recall knowledge. I was gonna say, could I use Badlands lore?
By the way, did you switch out your archetype? Because I know you were planning on doing that.
I did.
Okay.
I
Perfect.
didn't manually add like lore master lore or whatever it's called,
Well,
but
let's
yeah.
add that because that's important.
Okay.
Because that's a lore skill that
Is
can be
that
used on everything.
uh
I got you.
okay. It's just trained, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. As far as you're aware, I mean, if you're hunting Aurochs, they move in herds, and a lot of times, depending on how the hunt is set up, some of them may stand and fight while most of them flee. Sometimes all of them will flee. More importantly than that, the Badlands themselves aren't a safe environment in the first place. Even if you don't have to worry about other orc holds that you might get into disputes with on the way, there are a number of violent animals, just like the Perytons that Rog saw the other day, that make the region their home. So there's always a chance of running into them.
Okay. Well, I'm sure we'll be well prepared. Everyone here seems fairly experienced or familiar with the territory.
Well, let's hope so.
I did a small scout yesterday as well. I didn't see anything too much out of the normal, other than some peregrines flying off far to the northeast.
What
That
are those?
we would want to be careful with that. Those are flying, talking deer type animals. They can be quite dangerous, but they were pretty far off in their flock. So as of now, I don't see them as being a threat. But always keep your eyes open when you're out there in the wilderness.
I'll do that.
Deer wolf eagle hybrids. What fun.
Do they also hunt Aurochs? Would I know that?
Based off of your recall knowledge, they might. They are carnivores. And just generally predators, so they absolutely could.
Okay.
So. And Crow, you were going to Drawn to let him know?
Yeah, Drawn, I know you've been itching for some excitement. There's a hunting party going to be within 2 hours. We're going to meet on the east end of the camp. Would you like to come?
I was getting wrestling is all well and good, but it just doesn't have the same reach as a real battle.
Looks like you're picking up a new weapon.
I was getting it cleaned.
Don't worry, it's all good here.
Don't know what you're talking about.
We'll see you soon then. Don't be late.
There are merchants in the southern portion of the camp, right?
There are indeed, yeah, over where Drawn is.
I would like to, before heading out, I'd like to head over there to make sure, see what they have to see if there's anything that could help in preparation to heading out.
Sure. I am not the type of person who often enjoys creating direct merchant inventories because that's effort and I don't support it.
Yeah.
So most of the time, I will simply ask what it is you're looking for, and if it's a common item of a sensible level, they will more often than not have it. If it's uncommon or rare, then oftentimes I will do a roll for it to see if they might have it. Or in other cases, a lot of times people will be able to place orders for you.
Okay.
But if you're looking for anything in particular right now...
No, you want to circle back? It's going to be
absolutely.
something most likely consumable and like very common.
Yeah.
Probably.
I imagine you might be looking for something that would boost like survival, since that would be good for tracking.
Yes, exactly.
I'll see if there's anything I can recall off the top of my head that does that. I feel like there's an elixir, but I am known to be stupid, so...
I'll look through really quick.
Yeah.
There's a mutagen.
Thank you.
There might be a mutagen, yes. There's the Coyote Cloak, which is a 3rd level item that is just a flat status bonus to survival checks. While we're looking into that, was there anyone else? I knew it! There's Tracker's Stew, which is alchemical food.
Yes.
I love alchemical food.
We love alchemical food. Was there any other preparations other people would like to do?
Could I get or see if they have a Cheetah's elixir? Lesser
Cheetah's elixir? My god, you asked me for such awful things. Yeah, they absolutely carry cheetah elixirs.
Alright, could I please buy one?
You may indeed. It'll be 3 gold for it.
Excellent.
There is also, well, it would probably be hard to find here. They may or may not have it. There is Grolna, which is a drug that does give a bonus to survival checks to follow tracks. It is specifically meant for tracking.
Is it a smoking drug?
It is consumed.
Because I would add that to like flavor, because he already mentioned like he usually smokes mostly.
Yeah.
So I figured that's like something he probably partakes a lot at home. So if he saw that, I think he would be into that.
It's ingested rather than inhaled, but I feel like you could tamp it down with whatever else you're smoking. and
What was it called
consume
again?
it that way. Grolna. Let me go ahead and see if they actually carry it. It is low level, but it is uncommon. It's more prevalent in the Darklands, which orcs are from the Darklands, so let's see.
Yeah, it looks like level 1-3 gold on the list anyway.
Yep. You know what? They do indeed have a total of 5 doses of Grolna for sale if anyone wished to purchase them. It is this item right here. It costs 3 gold per dose. You activate it. Takes a minute to activate, and while active, you gain imprecise scent for 30 feet, as well as a +3 item bonus to survival checks to follow tracks. And stupefied, but
I
That
think I
happens
would
anyways.
get. I think I would get at least 2. I don't want to be greedy.
It's actually
Wait, you
pretty
become stupefied?
Yep.
good.
So
At
for
stage 2.
At stage
Oh,
1, you're also
shit.
stupefied 1 for it.
Yeah.
You then become stupefied 2 at stage 2.
Yeah. Not good for me.
For 6
Charisma-based
hours.
checks? I'm
Uh,
okay.
It also has a penalty or a random chance of just auto failing to cast any spell. So stupefied is the bane of spellcasters.
Also, I think lowers your will save, doesn't it?
I don't. Is it checks and DCs or just checks? And yep, it
Yeah,
does lower
including
your
will save. Yeah, and any charisma, wisdom, or intelligence
Yeah, but
base
who makes
saves.
will saves? We're playing orcs for God's sakes in this campaign.
That
Everything
doesn't
is going to
mean.
be a fortitude save
Oh yeah.
or reflex
I'm-
save, maybe.
I'm gonna do actually take 1
Okay.
instead of 2. Give myself that 3 gold back, and then I'm gonna take 1 tracker stew
Sure.
as well. I came
love
into this
tracker
with a little bit
stew.
of gold. And can I purchase?
Funny thing is, you make your force save, it does nothing.
Well, Grolna is a drug, so you can choose to fail the save.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah. Always fun. Alright. Anyone else wish to purchase things?
Hungry is pretty poor.
I'm good.
I couldn't afford the adventure kit. I had to buy individual pieces of it.
Oh damn.
Ouch. That's real tragedy right there.
Well, Bro Hungry really wanted a special item.
What item did he get? Oh. I see. Right. That's
love how
okay.
Jared was so bad.
My Monday game, we had a new player join, and they're at level 9, and he spent all of his money on a gun. Literally all of his starting wealth, so he had nothing else in his inventory aside from a gun.
And then you're gonna tell me he's not a gunslinger.
No, he was. He had to be able to
Okay,
make ammunition.
Oh, I also, my armor was not cheap either, so.
Fair enough. All right. Everyone happy with their preparations?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can I get a? Does he have any elixirs? Maybe an eagle.
Eagle Eye Elixir?
Eagle Eye?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alchemical items are super common, and especially for a event such as this, consumables are the most common thing they prompt. So,
Got it.
consumables are going to be the easiest thing to find here.
All right. Thank you.
I'll also get an Eagle Eye Elixir, I guess.
Sounds good. As those of you who finished make your way over towards the east end of camp, there are 3 other orcs currently getting ready to go. Or specifically, all 3 of them are Dromaar, not full-blooded orcs. But they will step forward one at a time and introduce themselves. The one who approached you, Crow, and Zool, introduces herself as Hein Bonesnap and her two friends, Janeth and Rosk.
Nice.
I am crow hungry. And this is Guru.
It's a pleasure to have you all along.
Now this is a hunting party.
Does look quite
Yes.
competent. Have all of you been on Aurochs hunts before?
I've been on.
I've not been on his hunt.
I've been on hunts, but not for Aurochs.
I usually am hunting undead or whatever food's around. I've killed a Auroch or two.
Well, we should have a diverse array of abilities and methods of hunting, shouldn't we? And I take it that none of you have any real qualms with taking life?
No.
Only when necessary. I don't like to take excess if I'm not going to need to take it. But I'm happy to
Appreciate
when
that.
I just set them on their next adventure.
Also, I would be remiss if I didn't tell you. Yesterday, I went out and just took a survey of the area, and I saw some peregrine in the distance in the northeast. I'm not sure if they're native to this area or not, but you being the, I'm assuming, head hunter in the area, you would probably either know one way or another.
Nothing like headhunter, simply. I don't think you could claim that anyone's a headhunter around here. People are just creating their own hunting parties and going out for hunts with others. But I do know quite a bit of the area. Perytons. Not particularly common around here, but I wouldn't go so far as to say sightings of them are rare, so definitely good to note their presence. We should be a bit more careful as we're going. Planning to follow the flood road, but not quite on it, of course, and should only take a few days to catch up with some Aurochs.
Oh, how long is the hunt planned for? Just a
Expect
couple
at least
days until
3
we find them?
days, maybe a week at most. Make sure you've brought enough supplies to support yourselves, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
If it's gonna be a few days, then I think it's gonna be. Normally, it's a few days, right?
Yeah, you should expect this to be at least 3 days, perhaps a week at most.
Okay.
Mm.
That's helpful for how I'm gonna use my stuff. Thank you.
Anything we should know about tracking these Aurochs? Anything to look for?
Absolutely. And they will go over the basics of what you're looking for as you all begin to set off. As you guys are going here, you guys are going to have an option of what you would like to do, whether you want to actually work on the tracking and help with that, or if you would prefer to more focus on socializing and just chatting with them as well, you can absolutely do that as well. And there are a variety of different skills that can be used for either of these, depending on what you would prefer. So, it is up to you all as your contingent of individuals begin heading north, pretty much directly north, heading off of this small encampment towards the flood road and following the outskirts of the flood road. Pasha, why are you encumbered?
I
Because you're
am?
not wearing
What?
your backpack.
Oh, is that what it is?
And you have 3 different musical instruments that are each a bulk apiece.
They are, but
Yeah.
they're handheld.
You might want to put some of them in your backpack,
Oh, okay, that's
because that'll
why.
help with your bulk weight.
I'll do that.
As I see you have like all your stuff now laid out on the ground really quick before we head out, I offer if you need me to hold on to anything small, I'm happy to do that. And I glare over at the
Oh.
drum that I borrowed yesterday.
I guess the armored one
Sure.
didn't want to come today.
We don't have to. I'm just saying if you know you can't fit it all.
Gwyn is performing the Jericho special. He's taking a smoke break in the ethereal plane. as will
Yeah,
anyone
yeah,
who misses
like-
session.
Wait, let me just double check if I have that feat where I need a specific instrument. I don't think I did. Okay.
Typically, you do not.
Yeah. Glosha will be like, you know what? Sure. If you have the space in your pack, you played them quite well, and she'll just hand you the like small drums.
I'll be careful with it, I promise.
You can
Thank you.
drag it onto his token, and it'll give it to him.
They're all just called musical instrument handheld, but
Giveth the instrument.
it's cursed, by the way. No, it's not.
That would be pretty funny.
Drag it
Put
Put my
onto the
mask on.
token?
I am ready.
Now I want a character who just like purchases a bunch of cursed items with their starting equipment and does their best to pawn them off to others.
Oh, jeez.
I got it.
My next evil campaign character.
Oh no. How do I... Can I split like 2 items and only put 1 in my backpack?
There's not particularly an easy way to do that, unfortunately.
That's okay. I can just
like,
add
drag
another
it into
one.
the party stash, and because it'll ask you to split then if you do that.
I'll just add another one
That also works.
from the thing.
Oh, part of those cursed items, though, is that whoever you give it to dies, and the items end up back with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your own personal curse that you have.
Yeah.
The items are cursed and you are cursed. It's a bunch of suffering all around.
Suffering.
All right. But as you all begin making your way out along the track, heading directly northwards, beginning to search for signs of an Aurochs herd, who would like to focus on tracking? Who would like to focus on socializing? And who wants to be a lazy bum and do nothing?
I would
Tracking.
like to do tracking.
Yeah, Rog will do tracking as well.
Okay.
Glosha's not bad at tracking, but she'll be like, I'll let you guys do that, and she'll just try to talk to, wait, how do you even say her name
Hein.
again? Hein or Hin?
Yeah.
Hein?
I say
Okay,
Hein,
he'll
so
just
high with an N.
Try to talk to her to the extent that it's possible, unless she's like super focusing on the
No,
tracking.
they're focused, but as long as you aren't ruining your focus, you can converse with them, you can ask questions. If you want to perform a little bit of music, like during the times you're resting, repair gear, all of those fall under the idea of socializing as opposed to tracking, and are still going to be beneficial to the overall hunt. Perhaps a little less so, though.
Yeah, music would be nice.
Okay.
Would you like me to just roll a track?
So, those of you who are going to be tracking, there are a number of different skills you can use here. Survival or nature both work. You can also use stealth if you want to focus on trying to keep the party a bit quiet as you're going. Good lore skills would be hunting lore, plains lore, scouting lore. And if you don't want to use any of these, you can just give me a perception check.
All
These are all blind GM, right?
Yes.
Oh, my bad.
No, that just means, actually, technically track is not a blind roll, so I will say no, this is not blind, unless you are specifically doing perception.
All right, we're doing
We are
great.
starting off strong, y'all.
Yeah!
Oh
I feel
Oh,
at least
no.
all of us
hero
are there.
pointing that.
So
bullshit.
before you hero point, you don't
Uh-huh.
necessarily have to hero point here. Keep in mind, bad rolls now just mean the overall hunt is going to take a bit longer. So it's entirely up to you. You can hero point if you want to ensure that's going to go a bit quicker, but you can also take some fails. Because the idea is you are sort of they're helping teach you how to track specifically Aurochs, based off of the fact that you guys said, maybe you've hunted a few Aurochs before, but you've never deliberately gone out and tracked them down and hunted them.
We're just messing around too much. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. I think
I'll,
Rog's a
I'll
little nervous too.
stop playing any music when
Glosha's
I
music is too
see that
loud.
people aren't making too much of. Maybe I shouldn't.
No, the music just needs to be louder.
We'll attract them to us. We'll attract them.
Yeah,
to us.
there you
Got
go.
it. Okay.
Glosha, you
Wait,
I
what
tell
am
you
I-
about the time I headlocked a bear.
No.
Oh God.
Headlock
There's
fair.
story
You must tell me about this story.
Oh.
Let me tell you.
Guru
Poor
starts trying to
Guru.
run away.
Should I roll
Yeah.
what should I roll for if I'm
Performance absolutely works. If you wanted to use like diplomacy or society, you could do that as well.
Can
Okay.
Guru actually no, Guru's sleeping while we're doing this. Cuz I let Guru sleep during the day and then Guru keep watch at night.
Drawn, if you've been talking at all, we haven't heard you. I'm sorry.
Comment?
Drawn? You're dead right now.
No.
What is going on?
I can text him really quick, but knowing him, he probably stepped away for like a
He
fast second.
He just rolled.
put something in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ah, I didn't see it.
So, that's why I'm wondering if there's a mic issue. Oh, he's typing. We can't hear you at all, Drawn.
Bruh.
Oh, Glasha, fantastic. This is a really bad first day.
Honestly, I don't. I kind of
0.0 that.
I don't mind this drawn, to be honest.
Can you hear me now?
Hey! Welcome back.
Unfortunately.
Ah,
Oh, much better.
fucking
Wow.
Discord changed my setting.
Classic.
Oh, no.
Discord earlier today in my other game kept, like, killing our connection repeatedly, so Discord's been having a struggle earlier. All right. What a fantastic first day. Not a single success across the board.
Really?
Yeah.
16? Oh,
No. You guys are level 3. DC is higher.
We're all very nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking with Hein and Vrask and Janeth as you guys are going, this first day, you don't actually find any tracks along the flood road as you're beginning to make your way forward. So they take it a bit slower than usual, more so a regular walking pace as they just sort of converse and get to know you guys as you're going. They mention specifically that they are from the Steel Eater Hold. So, one of the other holds that is sort of sided with Ardax, much more on the economic front. They are sort of the weapon makers of Belkzen.
Are they the ones who invented the butchering axe and the orc neck splitter?
My guy, your guess is as good as mine, probably.
Okay.
Inventions in Belkzen, you can't really.
You said
attribute.
You said the steel holders?
The Steel Eaters.
Eaters.
Yeah, the Steel Eater Hold. Individual inventions, well, you can't really attribute to a specific hold, because multiple different holds come up with similar ideas. And it's all just exchanges of knowledge and just different inventions. And Drawn has given me information that is probably going to say that we love the Barricade Buster. Classic gun. Yes, they just kind of throw shit together. But we love them for that.
They just kind of like they just took a fucking battering ram, put a fucking explosive at the end of it, and was just like,
They
Called it good.
They take what is accessible to them, put it together, make it work, and then they just improve on it from there. So, but each individual hold sort of develops in different ways. The Steel Eaters are some of the best weapon manufacturers in Belkzen specifically. So they're hoping, as Hein will tell you all, to enter the larger Avistani market to begin exporting their what they call superior armaments. How superior they actually are, up in the air.
Nah.
But as the day winds down into night, you all find a location a little bit off the flood road to set up your tents and camp for the night. Are you guys setting watches?
oh yeah.
Yes.
Curse you!
Yeah.
Let me ambush you.
No.
All
Rog will
right.
do the first watch.
Sure. This group of individuals, Hein, Rask, and Janeth, will take a watch cumulatively together. So they will fulfill a watch cycle for you guys.
Bro, you want to take watch with me?
Guru will watch with you. Yeah,
What are you gonna do?
sleep.
Okay, Guru, do you want to take a watch with me?
Do I have
Guru
to?
rolls his eyes and goes, "Yeah, yes, I will keep watch." Well, and then Crow looks at him and said, "Well, that's why you were sleeping all day."
I was sleeping all day because I was tired.
Yeah,
Because
so
you
you can
keep
keep
me up
watch
every
at night. That is the deal.
It's a very one-sided deal. I wasn't originally nocturnal, you know.
I was carrying you all day.
Well, that's your choice.
Wow.
Rog
Sometimes
Rog
Guru
is
might
loving
sleep
the
through the night
dynamic.
without you knowing. What were you saying, Rog?
Rog is loving the dynamic between Crow and his little buddy.
Do we need a fourth, or that help everyone
So who said they were
actually
taking
sleep
first
enough, or is
watch?
grog?
Rog is taking first watch.
Rog's taking first watch. Do we want Guru and Zul to take second watch?
Yeah.
Okay. We can have Hein and her crew, the Steel Eaters, take third watch. So who, if anyone, would like to take a fourth watch?
I'll do it.
Okay. And then,
Crow will wake up early and be part of the last watch.
sure. Then,
I will take first watch with Rog then.
Sounds good. All right, then can I get some blind perception checks from everyone, please, as you take your watches over the course of the night? Oh, I found the good rolls. Is giving up good tracking for good perceptions at night.
Oh,
I'd rather you do the opposite.
Figures.
What do you mean figures? Okay. You all settle into your small tents. For those of you who have tents, some of you are probably sleeping out in the open right now since you didn't even bring a tent to Torrentmoot.
I brought a bed pad. It's in a blanket.
Yeah. The
Nature's
stars
my
are
pet.
wonderful. Nice and brisk
Mhm.
this time of year. It's not too hot or cold out. It's perfect. But each of you takes your time sort of patrolling the edge of camp, sitting near the central fireplace, keeping watch for any patrolling monsters that are planning to attack you, and nothing happens. The night passes in relative peace.
Glad we used the good rolls on that.
Yep.
Wonderful.
All right, and that'll bring us to day 2 of this hunt. So as you
That
all
comes bad rolls.
as you all get up in the morning, pack up your stuff, eat a light breakfast, and prepare yourself for the day ahead, and begin to head out once more. Let's get some new tracking and/or socializing rolls from you guys.
Will this also help at all with going into for the day?
Rog,
the survey of wildlife.
that's lovely that you have that. That'll actually give you a +2 circumstance bonus to any of the checks to track, just by
Nice.
having that feat.
nice.
And does anyone have Forager? I believe Galasha, you have it. Does anyone else?
I do.
Yeah, I do too, but I'm sure they probably overlap.
Yeah, both of them. Anyone who has either of them would get a +2 circumstance bonus to tracking checks here.
Get it.
I'll track today instead
Okay.
of chatting then. You said
My
it was
good
like
rolls continue.
survival or
Survival, nature, just perception if you don't want to do anything else.
okay.
Look at Rog
perception is the
coming out
best.
of left field.
Rog decided
was-
to crit succeed when everyone else is
Oh.
failing.
I know, right?
God damn.
I was
I don't
Maybe
ashamed
have to
of
do it on someone's
myself.
back.
I was just
I
ashamed of
haven't-
yesterday's tricks.
I haven't seen a roll above 5 for me yet.
Okay.
That sounds pretty good, pretty normal for me on Forge.
Well, not bad, with both a fantastic job from Rog being the one to actually pick up the tracks of the Aurochs for the first time. You guys finally have a grouping of tracks that you can begin to truly follow, and Galasha sort of takes over in the afternoon alongside Rask with leading the group along these tracks, even with Dron's small talk being perhaps a bit louder than necessary sometimes and being slightly distracting. And,
I hope he learns he can fight it better than he can talk.
It's because we took first shift together, and we got a nice consecutive slot of time to sleep.
True. Well
Good
rested.
sleep is what does it.
well,
No music today, so everyone can actually focus.
and no music. People try to focus, but it falls to you and Rog still to do the best at finding the tracks and leading the group forward. You guys get a decent amount of progress found, but nothing major. Nothing too huge. You're perhaps around a quarter of the way to reaching your quarry, maybe a third, based on the freshness of the tracks. John, since you were diplomatizing, or really anyone for that matter, were there specific things you wish to talk about?
The hunting tactics and like how hunting can be used to better in battle as well.
It all
Different
comes back to
tactics,
killing
right?
undead with you.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll start discussing their tactics about the fact that when they find a herd, likely what they're going to recommend is splitting into two groups, where one of the group will head off and try and cut off the herd, while the other approaches from the behind and try and perform just a classic pincer movement on them. So a lot of tactics you've heard before, and not particularly revolutionary ways to incorporate them into how you and your hold fight the orcs of, or fight the undead in the Gravelands, but nice to hear at least.
When, if I have the chance to
Mhm.
talk to Hein at all,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna ask. So, have you ever encountered any of the creatures of the Dirt Sea? Have you ever hunted a deathworm?
No, I have not. It's something a bit above my pay grade to be able to hunt, if we're being entirely honest. Much as I like battle and glory, deathworms are far and beyond what I'm capable of taking down.
Yes, only the best in my hold can ever say they've faced one, but it is a glorious celebration whenever they return to the village afterwards.
I imagine. Have you yourself ever hunted one?
No. I even remaining in the back and using magic to assist seems dangerous in a fight like that, so I haven't had the chance yet. Maybe someday.
Completely understandable. Funny enough, we don't actually technically have stats for a deathworm in 2nd edition yet. I believe book 3 of this AP is going to have stats for a deathworm, though, but I might just be coping.
Ooh. I just saw it on the wiki. I don't even know what that is. I should have said purple worm.
They're big worms, and they are local to that region, I believe, so...
Yeah.
A good call to bring up. I just found it funny that I was looking for its stat sheet, and I was like, wait a second. We don't have that yet. Where's my deathworm? All right. But as you all bed down for the night once more, are we keeping the same watch schedule?
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay.
It's too quiet.
Right.
I feel like there's something bad happening in the background.
I'm reading numbers. It's hard.
Something bad is happening.
Yeah,
Jericho's
exactly.
reading numbers.
There's so many rolls getting made. Don't laugh at me. Interesting. Very, very interesting.
I don't like it.
You know, sometimes alerts come from the most unlikely of places.
What does that mean?
We're about to find out.
Crow. Deep in the middle of the night, you all of a sudden feel a somewhat familiar just tapping of paws on both sides of your face, a familiar signal to you of something's approaching.
If you need to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom. Oh,
I'll look over at him.
Look up
What?
and get up. Zool, you've fallen asleep right now, unfortunately, where you were sitting.
Oh, I fell asleep during my watch.
With your natural one, yes, you did.
Oh,
So I'm just
I look
throwing
around.
away.
I look around at the other one. Why is he sleeping?
Take a quick look around. You don't see what Guru seems to have noticed that has awoken you, but taking a moment, you begin to feel a very faint tremor in the ground.
Oh, that can't be good.
Wake up, everyone.
Huh? What? What?
Wake.
I'm already awake. What?
As I stand up and I crack my knuckles.
I
Something
draw my
around.
scimitar.
uh-oh.
I think it's in the ground. Or it's really heavy. One of the two.
Well,
Does it sound like a worm?
it's the death worm.
The death
Oh, great.
Now, I believe I would be remiss to mention that I believe most of you would not have your armor on right now, unless
I
it
was sleeping
is
now.
comfort.
Is there a? Is it just you cannot sleep in medium armor, or there's a penalty?
You will not get rest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
then I
you would
wouldn't
end
be
up
wearing it.
becoming fatigued if you do not. That is why the rune, I believe, that makes armor comfy isn't actually necessarily a bad idea.
There's
There should be if there isn't.
you have a, what's it called?
Actually, there is a
Does
spell
medium
I
armor-
would be preparing for this.
Does medium armor also have the padded armor underneath?
Hold on a minute.
I don't believe medium armor inherently includes padded armor as part of it.
No.
Oh yeah,
doesn't.
because half plate does and it's medium.
Okay, well, half-plate specifically does. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I don't
half-plate
know all my armors off the top of my head.
Well, I'm looking at the description for breastplate, and it says it's several pieces of plate or half plate armor that protect the torso.
Yeah.
And then if you click half plate, it opens up and says the suit of armor comes with an undercoat of padded armor and a pair of gauntlets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, generally you can have the padded on underneath, yeah. And the padded is safe. You can have at least that on.
Yeah, I'd
It's
say.
okay if we have that on.
Yeah, those of you who have breastplates or half-plates can absolutely grab a set of padded armor and put that on. Since
What
you
if
can't
all
see
I
them.
have on is padded armor?
Well, then fuck me, I guess.
Oh,
Then Glasha, I think that leaves perhaps just you on armor.
I
having to take
I
your
was
armor
stopped to
off.
grab my
Oh.
shield and whatnot, though, so I'm gonna
Yep.
take that.
You guys
off
have
at
a
the moment.
moment to grab your weapons and shields. You just don't have the full, necessarily minute or 5 minutes to don light or medium armor.
Got it.
Got it.
Actually, I would have had a spell for this, and I would have been using it. There it is.
Mhm.
This spell I would have had prepared for if I know I'm gonna be resting out in the wilds,
Yeah.
and it is.
We
I
love
would have had
instant
this
armor.
on.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Since that does last
Wands of
24
instant
hours,
armor, amazing.
you can
How have I never seen that?
you can absolutely
Yes.
have that on.
So
in
for
armor.
one action, I can just summon my armor back
And-
on.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing that Guru has it.
Then if you
How
wish,
Is that only divine?
if
Oh,
you
did
wish-
it go on Guru?
It did,
Yeah,
'cause
you
of
must
where
have him
Guru
selected.
is.
You're
I
so
think I have
tired.
both
Put it on him
selected.
by mistake.
It's just we're on top of each other.
Then in the
He probably
process,
does that all the time.
in the process of grabbing your stuff, you could absolutely use that armor up action and equip your armor if you wanted to.
How long
Yes.
does it take to put on light armor?
A minute.
I need
Alright.
to prepare
Have
that.
That's
fun,
why
guys.
instant
Busy.
armor is a great spell when you're doing stuff like this.
Yeah.
We love instant armor.
I need to get
Your
on with
your light armor isn't comfy.
Mm-mm.
Uh,
It
Oh,
is,
no.
yeah.
It's 'cause
I
it's
don't
studded
have padded.
leather.
I just, yeah.
Now, there's my armor.
Can
Can you
cast
still wear
instant
padded armor under like leather armor and stuff?
No.
Yeah, so you will have
No.
a lot of times padded armor is an armor underneath your armor, but depending on what kind of armor you're wearing. But if you're wearing light armor,
Yeah.
it's
Probably
generally not
thin.
under
Yeah.
that.
Under
Makes sense.
it'll be under a lot of medium and heavy armors.
Yes.
But
Or else it
not
would
any-
hurt so much.
Yeah, the text under padded armor actually talks about being under heavy armor.
Yeah.
So I
Oh,
will
yeah.
I will also raise my pull out my shield and raise it as I'm expecting something.
Yeah. You're gonna immediately set yourself to be defending. All right.
Yeah.
Aside from grabbing any weapons or shields that you guys have, I'm going to give everyone an additional action to do something because Guru got quite a good perception check. So, why the fuck does
Go,
Guru have
Guru.
master? Oh, master wisdom, not master proficiency in wisdom. Deepity. I
If
saw
only,
master
right?
wisdom and I immediately went, why the fuck?
Ooh, can I cast Courageous Anthem?
I'll allow that. Yeah, I said everyone gets one action here.
I'll
going
activate my
to-
aura.
Sure.
and I'm going to cast guidance on Drawn.
Go for it.
There you go, Drawn. Get your guidance.
I feel so guided.
And Galasha, I will allow
mean,
you to do lingering composition on that if you wanted to.
I feel like it doesn't work with the song though.
Let me check what that is.
Lingering composition is the free
Yeah,
action
extend
that
it.
can make it extended.
I'll
What was
grab
that,
the
John?
macro.
The macro's on your hotbar. It does work. At least
Oh, I
it
was
did last
saying,
time I tested it.
if only guidance stacked with Courageous Anthem.
Oh, yeah. If only.
Yeah. Wait, lingering composition you do before.
Yes. But it is a free action, so it does not
before
require
Courageous
any
Anthem.
additional actions to do.
Okay, gotcha. So
You're practically always
Performance
wanting to
check.
try it.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Oh, use the macro though. It's gonna it'll figure it all out.
It should be in the
Oh, okay.
9 slot on your hotbar. It's the one that looks like a crown.
Okay. Is it okay? I don't need to put. Do I need to input the custom DC?
Nope, because it'll just use your standard level DC otherwise, which is what we want.
That's funny. When I click on Guru, he has only low light vision, so like everything gets dark around. Whereas when I click on my character, I have dark vision, so I can see everything around.
That's funny. All right. Yep, and everyone has gotten 3 round Courageous Anthem. So at this point, I'm going to ask everyone to roll initiative here. Normally perception. Glasha, I'll allow you to use performance if you would like. Zool, you are casting guidance, so I would allow you to use religion if you wanted to. Was anyone else doing anything
Interesting.
funky? Rask, Janeth, and Hein, they are going to be participating in the battle, but instead of constantly rolling for them, they're going to be fighting against one more enemy that's just going to be off screen. They're going to be
you know what?
living their best life.
Can you add one to mine? And I'll actually use the guidance for that.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Might as well, right?
You want to have 15 AC?
AC.
Or 15 initiative?
Initiative. Yeah.
AC, initiative, same thing.
Yeah.
I'm not
All
last.
right. Well, Galasha, as you begin giving off this courageous anthem, and Drawn, you go into a rage as initiative is rolled. Glosha's up first. What would you like to do? You don't currently see any enemies, but Guru has feasibly made you all aware of them, so you can always seek, you can do other things. With how big the aura for a courageous anthem is from that, it's so funny.
God damn!
60 feet.
Yeah, you gotta zoom out to see the aura.
Oh God!
Wait, how do you see the aura?
When you're
Just
hovering
Oh,
over the
wait,
token.
it's literally the entire map. Okay.
Yeah,
I
It's
see.
everything.
Question first, or if you look at my, Jericho, if you look at my spellcasting, did I do something wrong, or why is Soothe, should that normally be
So
Did I
what I
accidentally
didn't
toggle
do,
signature
you have to,
spell?
you should have selected one of your signature spells for one of your first rank spells. I just
Oh,
put it on
okay.
Soothe for you because I assumed you might go with Soothe.
Sure, okay, that must be some character building thing I didn't do. Okay,
Yeah. Every time you
sure.
gain a new rank of spells, you choose one of your spells to be your signature spell, so it always auto heightens, and you know it at every
Okay.
rank. So and that's what the little star is for designating. So if you wanted it to be like Fear or Concordant Choir instead of Soothe, feel free to switch it.
Okay, I could try to take the Eagle Eye Elixir before seeking to help, but that
You
would
could.
take like 2 actions.
Yeah, you have to use an action to draw, drink it, and then seek with your
Yeah.
last.
I guess I'll look around,
Sure.
and as I'm playing my flute and try to see if I can tell what the hell is going on. I just kind of woke up and started playing an instrument, apparently, but
As one does.
yep.
What direction are you generally seeking? You can do a 30-foot cone. You could do a 15-foot burst. Anywhere you want.
Yeah.
You could do about that area or about that area placed wherever you wanted.
Sure, I'll look like behind my tent and behind where behind mine and like
This general
where
area?
Crow's tent is. Yeah.
Sure. Something like that, something a bit further.
Yes, yeah, like that, yeah.
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Did not
And
do
it's
that.
still fully like the middle of the night, right?
It is absolutely the middle of the night. This happened during second watch.
Okay.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. You do directly notice, Glosha, right over here, the ground in the process of breaking apart as some creature seems to be burrowing up out of the ground.
Okay. Well, I will call that out to everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
typically
where I
allow
see it.
point out to be part of seeking, because
Okay.
wasting extra actions on that is kind of dumb.
And
Who are you and what did you do with Jericho?
I'm being a nice person for once. What do you want from me?
can I guess try to recall knowledge or something to try to think of like if I would guess what would do that
Absolutely.
if it's some type of smaller worm, because we would presumably already be dead if this was a purple worm.
Yeah, we be eaten.
Poisoned.
Just swallowed the whole camp.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a recall knowledge.
Like the sandworms from Dune.
Okay. Yeah, you absolutely are aware of burrowing creatures in the region, and something like this, your brain immediately goes to, you're not even sure why. Perhaps it's that pattern of how the dirt is breaking. Perhaps you even see a bit of a mandible pop up through it immediately, but you recognize an Onkrav, which looks like this.
Ooh.
And these are typically around horse-sized burrowing monsters that are full-time predators. I will allow you, because of what you rolled, to go ahead and ask me a question for recall knowledge. So, immunities, weaknesses, resistances, high-low save, active or passive abilities, things like that. Can it cast spells?
I guess. I guess I'll ask if it has any weaknesses.
Sure.
Or, yeah.
As far as you're aware, creatures like this, they are just regular animals. They don't have any inherent weaknesses as part of them.
Okay.
They just
Okay.
exist.
Okay. Maybe I should have asked resistance actually, because I don't know if it has like a shell or some weird shell. Okay. All right. Well, that was my second action.
You've got one more.
Okay. I'll also call out it. It looks like there's an Ankrov that burrowing up over there, and point to where it is.
You also know specifically these things are almost considered to be almost a plague. They don't hunt alone.
Oh, great. I will.
Are they edible?
They're animals, certainly.
Cool.
And
Hunting
that's it.
party's
I'm
just
gonna
about to
catch
get more successful now. Yeah.
All right, as you shield yourself, Glasha, that is going to bring us to a pair of these Ankrov's turns.
Oop.
And unfortunately for you guys, they are the ones that Glasha didn't notice.
Oh, well.
And so, one of them is going to continue attempting to stealth closer a bit towards the camp, and is going to succeed against everyone except Rog, but it does not particularly matter that Rog notices as it comes bursting out of the ground right next to you, Zool, and is immediately going to chomp down on you with its mandibles.
With my 16 AC.
Yeah, that you are going to be off guard against because of its sneak.
No.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
You're lucky. You get the first
no.
attack.
I know, right?
And it is going to hit you with a 15.
Damn. Because of the off guard.
All right.
Damn,
For
you would have had
damage
it.
of 13 damage
Jesus.
mixed between piercing and acid as it bites you, and your flesh immediately begins to melt as its acidic saliva burns into you.
Nice. I feel so wonderful now.
And seeing that, it's just going to go for one more bite against you, because why not?
Whoa.
That's another hit. With a 24
Damn
to
it.
hit this time.
It's a good thing you rolled that on the second attack.
Right? Only 10 more damage. A bit on the low end.
Okay.
But it immediately kind of causes the tent to partially collapse atop of it as it comes skittering out of the ground, chomping at your legs and melting through your clothes. And that is going to bring us to the next one of these. Yippee! That is also going to attempt to stealth a bit closer. And is going to fail miserably. So as it comes close and bursts out of the ground within the tent directly next to you, Crow, thankfully...
Good thing I didn't have a tent.
Thankfully, with the knowledge that they're burrowing through the ground, that there are multiple of them incoming, seeing Zool get caught off guard by one, both of you are immediately prepared as this next one comes jumping out of the ground as well towards you. However... Oh god, do I really want to do that to myself?
What does that mean?
Probably not is the answer, but... Yeah, he will go ahead and instead of lunging at, or instead of biting at you, it's going to open its maw wide and just shoot out a massive spray of acid in a large cone. I'm going to need Crow, Guru, Glasha, and Rog to all give me a reflex save, please.
It's disgusting. Don't let it get on you.
As a failure for you, Rog. A success for Crow.
Gonna use a hero point.
By all means.
And Courageous Anthem doesn't. Okay, yeah, that's fear
Much
effects.
better.
Okay. Make mine.
Oof.
Really?
Ooh.
I'm gonna hero point that.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea.
That's my second one today.
Oh.
It's
Gain
better
your
than the
point back.
first
Yeah,
roll.
better than a crit fail.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And can I get a save for Guru as well, please?
No,
Yeah.
not Guru.
No, our mascot.
Where's his reflex? Oh, it's same as mine.
Why does he have 10 temp HP?
Because of the type of familiar he is in my thing, he gets an extra 10 HP.
Perfect.
But
thank you.
I could only put it in as temporary HP. He's supposed to have 25 HP.
I see. His max HP is supposed to be bigger. Gotcha.
Yeah, I just couldn't figure out. I couldn't change it, so I just put it in temp.
No worries at all. A 21 is going to succeed, so this is going to be half damage to everyone, except for Glasha. You're going to take full damage here, unfortunately. For only 5 acid damage dealt,
okay.
but persistent acid as well, as it sticks to you and begins attempting to melt you.
Ouch.
Alright.
The people who succeeded also are taking the persistent.
Yep, you'll take half.
Okay. Okay.
Half of 1d6, my favorite.
And moving forward, this is the first time doing this with you. You have us damage ourselves
Yes,
and
I
kill
want you all to
ourselves.
suffer.
Got it.
So
some
anytime...
different.
Sorry. Anytime you guys take damage or would gain effects, I am going to pretty much always leave it to you guys to deal the damage to yourself, take healing, and apply any effects gained onto yourself as well. Crow and Guru, if you could take the damage for both of you as well, please. And once you do that, that's going to bring us to your turn.
I'm going to trip.
Oh, that's so rude of you. Why would you do such a thing?
Because that's what I do best.
Oh no, and he rolled well too. No!
So that also means you're going to take a
Yep.
d6 of damage.
Go ahead and roll
I'll
it.
just roll that.
D6 plus 1, because Courageous Anthem is based. Well, it didn't seem
True.
to do that.
So
You can
I
click it in
just
the thing now.
rolled the d6. That's why.
There's buttons for you. There's always buttons in chat.
Buttons.
All right, as it comes crawling out of the ground and sprays acid, and you immediately just kick it.
I just
and it
immediately
falls
just
over.
take a hand and just grab its leg and spin it up around, and then I'm going to. Should I do that or?
And the GM tells us to take the damage, but he doesn't take the damage himself.
I know, right?
I did. I have my damage taken messages hidden from you guys.
Ooh.
Spicy.
Ooh.
That way you can never know if I'm cheating.
Good to know.
At least you're honest about cheating.
I don't cheat, but I want to make you
I know.
Now he's lying.
I have another GM who always lies about cheating.
I will cheat directly into your advantage. How about that?
There.
Oh, you're gonna light him on fire? That's so rude. Why would you do such a thing?
All right,
thought
I'm
it was
gonna
gonna
use
be an
my
18.
hero point.
Go for it. That's why we have them. And unfortunately, that is just barely going to miss with it prone on the ground right now. So take your hero point back. And does that do it for your turn?
That is all 3 of my actions. Well, Guru has
you
an
have
action.
independent on Guru, so Guru can do something.
So he's gonna come around to flank.
Alrighty. Tiny creatures can't really provide flanking, but
What are you talking about? He's through the center. Passed through the center.
It literally says it on tiny creatures.
yeah.
Oh, did they? Okay, then never
Tiny
mind.
creatures cannot flank.
He's gonna stay back here and provide. You know what? No. He's gonna provide some emotional support.
Fantastic.
Our emotional
Gonna say
support
that.
bunny.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
Fever thing.
All right. Well, at the end of your turn, you are going to take a little bit of acid damage that you do not overcome. And unfortunately, it's not going to roll it for Guru automatically because Guru's not in the initiative order. So I'll leave it up to you if you want to just take the same damage you do, or if you want to roll separately for Guru
Yeah,
on
just
these
have him
things.
do this.
Perfect. And you can roll another recovery
Well,
check.
I can roll his recovery check
Yeah.
for Guru then.
Yeah, absolutely. No dice. Everyone's melting. Oh, don't deal all those damage to yourself.
I thought I had him highlighted for it.
Nope. And,
Because if I just... Oh, no, apparently
yourself?
it won't just let me just do it to Guru.
Oh, that's why, I see. Then I don't know if you want to just reduce his health by 3 manually, or what I can do is,
I'll just reduce
go.
it. I just gave it to him.
Perfect. All right. That is going to bring us to the creatures you noticed, Galasha, the final one of these Ankarovs. And it is going to continue burrowing. It is going to try and stealth, but you guys already know where it is, so I'm not going to give it a stealth roll, as it comes bursting out of the ground right next to you all. And what would it like to do? I think we're going to go with the Jericho Classic, and we're going to roll some dice to see what it does. Alright, the first attack as it bites is going to be against you, Glasha. As it comes out, screeching directly next to you and tries to chomp at you. That is going to hit. For a lovely amount of 15 damage. Don't forget, you do have shield block as a reaction, though, if you want.
I do.
It lets me move. Combat.
Oh, yeah, I don't do combat movement, because I hate it. So, you guys
I
would
just
be
don't know why
fine
it's
to
letting me.
Oh, because I don't prevent you guys from moving out of your turn.
Oh, gotcha.
That's something I could turn on, but it always irks me when I have that turned on, so I don't. But I will notice and judge you.
I'm just trying to measure.
Hey, Jericho, does this?
Yes.
Do you not have the module turned on that will show you the line of movement when you drag your token?
So, Wayfinder was working just fine in my game earlier today, and then it decided to shit the bed when I booted up this game. Foundry
Gotcha.
is a spaghetti-coated game through and through.
Okay.
But the measure tool works just fine. That's an
That's what
upside.
I've been using. Yeah, that's what I've been using.
If you choose to
Shield
block...
block just.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It's just 5, right? Or reduces
For
by
now,
5,
it'll
right?
reduce it by 5, yes.
Reduce 5. Okay. Do I want to do that? Sure,
to
I'll
you.
do that.
Alright, then just hit block and then take damage. And that does cause your shield to
Then-
shatter,
Yep.
and you
then,
to become unable
enemy.
to cast for a couple minutes. Good
What's
times.
up, shield block?
It's on the spell. Don't you have it?
Oh, it's a spell one. Okay. I was like,
Yeah, it's a spell. Yeah.
Imagine using a
And-
buckler and it just explodes every time you try and shield block.
wait.
Womp. Buckler energy.
Magical item like that.
What we give up for free hand. With-
Attacks never end compositions, right?
No.
Okay.
And its last action here, oh boy, it is going to take a shot at Yuzul. As it is going to open its maw wide and not spray acid in a large area, but shoot a sort of concentrated globule of it towards you.
All right. Yeah.
And that is going to hit on a 17.
Wonderful.
Did Galasha or Crow, do either of you have a reactive strike? Because this is a ranged attack.
No.
Look like fighters?
No.
I forgot, you guys aren't level 6, so only a fighter could have
I
it.
counter performance it. No, I don't.
Well, Zul, you are going to go ahead and take a full 14 points of acid damage from this blow.
Ow.
You didn't need any of that health, did you, Zul?
Huh?
I said you didn't need any of that health, did you, Zul?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Good times, good times. We like to have fun around here.
I know, right?
And I don't think it dealt that 14 damage to you.
It says it did.
Because you took 23 damage from the first Encrave, which would have put you at 18.
Hold on a minute. Let's see.
And then
Yeah, I see they took it.
What happened? I took both instances of damage.
What we
Yeah, I see
what
that
we
in the
just talked
chat.
about, folks. Foundry is spaghetti coated.
All right, what should I be at,
You
Jericho?
should be at 4 because you took 13 and 10 from the first Encrave, and then another 14 from this one.
I'm at 4.
Good.
You're doing
4
just
more than you
fine.
need.
All right, and that is going to do it for this turn. So, Rog, we are over to you.
I see the ugly bastard that got thrown on his back. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna target him. I'm gonna target him with a reflex. When you're prone like that, reflex doesn't matter, right? It's only
your
off
reflex saves, no.
Yeah, it's only off AC.
Yep.
All right, so then I'll do something based on his AC. I'll do a briny bolt over to him.
Okay. Oh, we love Briny Bolt. Wait, no, I'm a GM. I don't love Briny Bolt. Stop it.
I love that spell.
No!
Oh, man.
Will just barely miss the crit, but it does still hit.
I thought the damage was going to be on the thing. Damage. Here we go.
Is this from an innate spell for you?
Rank 1.
Yeah, wait, why is he using charisma?
Because you have it set using your charisma to cast this, not your wisdom, so that should be a crit.
He probably set his spells correctly.
That's primal.
Yeah, but it might have been, if it was a Path Muncher thing, it might have set it to be based off of your charisma instead of your wisdom, which is, let me see.
Damn it.
I can fix that up for you, so it's set properly now. But
Does
that
it crit?
Thank you.
It absolutely crits. Go ahead and roll critical damage.
All right, cool.
I was befuddled. I was like, how'd you roll a 19 on the die and not crit?
On a prone target?
You're level 3.
Where normally it would show like a crit button, but
there are not crit buttons for spells because the game is bad.
Okay.
So I will leave it up to you if you'd like to manually roll 4d6 plus 1, or if you just want to roll 2d6 and we'll double it. I know I just deleted the damage that you rolled, so roll again.
Yeah, I think I will just double it and say now before it comes out.
Are you sure you want to damage, or you want to double that?
No, if you're fine with it, I'll do it again.
Yeah, why not? And then I'll just do one less because of the Courageous Anthem.
Yeah.
Here comes 2 1s.
Don't say that.
Right,
Bastard.
14
Nice.
damage, and I'm going to hit my little fun thing just to combine them. What fun? And then I'm going to heal him for 1. So he's at that amount, not that amount of health. But he is going to become blinded for a round and dazzled for a minute from the salt water spraying into his eyes.
Nice.
So rude.
And he's brown.
I know.
And he's brown, yeah.
What did he ever do to you guys?
Well, I feel bad for my buddy's school over there. I guess because of that, I would normally hold up my shield, but I'm going to get over to Zol because I can always pop a heal on him, and I'd rather do a strong heal.
I'm about to move from where I am.
Okay,
You also
so
don't only need to be 30 feet from him to use a strong heal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right, actually.
You could, if you want something to do aside from moving, you could like draw a healing potion, so you've got that ready, or draw something else. You could also prepare to aid someone. We love aiding.
I've never aided in combat. Aiding in combat is the same thing as aiding in other scenarios.
So you spend an action to prepare to aid, and then when whatever you would aid happens, you use your reaction to actively aid them at that point.
So there'd be it'll only be an action then to do the prepare.
Yep.
All right. I'd like to help. Who's on deck?
Zul, then Drawn, then Glasha.
I'm assuming Zul's gonna just try to get out of harm's way, and Dra is gonna show off his sick fucking fire stuff. So I'm gonna aid Dra.
All right. And when it comes to aiding attacks, I will typically allow either an attack roll of your own or a perception check to aid
Okay.
your choice. And if you have other
Yeah, I'll
things you think
do-
would really work, just let me know.
Warfare lore.
I'd allow warfare lore. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, then, Zool, that's going to bring us to you as you take 1 point of acid damage and do not overcome it at the end of your turn, Rog.
Okay.
All right,
And you want
so-
the perception right before he goes, I'm assuming?
I'm sorry. Yeah, when Drawn goes to attack, that's when you'll roll your aid check.
Alright,
Just in
Alright,
case
so
he
I'm-
chooses to do something else.
I'm
Got
gonna
it.
stride right there.
Reactive strike.
Wonderful.
I don't have those.
Oh,
okay.
thank God.
Imagine.
Yeah. I know. And then I'm going to cast a spell because. Yeah, I'm gonna cast a spell.
Go for it. What you casting? Ooh. Benediction. Love
Nice.
that.
Were you not a? Are you a harm font?
Nope.
Neither.
Oh,
I'm
you went the
neither.
new thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
You have a
I'm
bad
so
jealous.
harbinger.
I'm so
Yep.
jealous.
That ends my turn.
Drawn, you could have been blood raging against these things. They're not undead.
Yeah, it's fine. I can turn light on fire.
All right, so all of you are gaining a bonus to AC as long as you remain within 15 feet of Zool. And Drawn, that's going to bring us to you.
That's cool.
I'm going to use sudden charge here
All right.
to suddenly charge.
Go for it. Who are you charging?
The guy over here, I'm going to go behind him. I'm going to go around the fire, through it.
All right, and then Rog, if you want to go ahead and give your aid check.
Yes, my screen. Hold on. There we go. Alright, so I guess what I'll do is probably perception.
Sure.
Help perceive. However, I can
This can be
aid
public.
what I'm. Yes, what I'm looking at. Buddy.
That is a success. Go ahead and take your +1 circumstance bonus. Drawn.
Oh, they actually added a...
Yeah, there's 8 in your basic
an aid
action
macro.
macros.
As opposed to not just the toggle. Nice.
Alright, now you're gonna get a crit because of that.
Please
Wow, that you just made this not
Called it.
work.
Ah,
no. That'll just be a
That still
regular
hit.
hit.
yeah.
But hey, you're already bullying this guy, so 11 points of damage is not bad at all.
I'll just attack him one more time.
Why not? Surely nothing could go wrong. I lied.
Wow.
Did you
I
set that
caused-
up on purpose?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
said
right.
everything
I'll
could
use
go
a
wrong.
hero point. Why not? Fuck it.
No!
Let's do this.
Ha
You're kidding me.
Let's fucking go!
Damn.
The
Take
hack
your
Jericho
point back.
uses are working.
Good sir, take your hero point back, and Glasha, that brings us to you at the top of round 2.
Okay. I am considering healing Zool. Are you planning on getting back in melee? Is that worth it?
Well, I'll tell you this much. I have options. I have ranged options, and I have auras because I got my shit kicked in.
They
Okay.
sneeze on him, he dies at this point.
If Zool dies, he dies. I've got backup characters.
All right. Okay. That one goes next, and then the injured one. But I don't have very good damage just for that one guy who's injured.
For me, healing is a backup situation. But I have it just in case we need it.
All right. Let's see.
I'd also like to point out if I had my armor on, all those attacks would have missed.
Pity!
Except for the 24.
Yeah. All right. Okay. If my composition is still active for one more round after this.
Yes.
Okay.
It'll last through this round and next round.
Yeah. I'm gonna yeah, I'm just gonna cast second rank soothe on Zul.
Makes sense.
Oh, thank you.
Heal him up.
Yep. Should I target for stuff like
Just
that?
if you want the animation to go on him, you don't have to target.
It's pretty.
That it is. Oof.
Wow. Low roll.
12 healing back to you, Zul, and don't heal yourself, Glasha.
Oh wait, I
guess you do have to be targeting. That's wild.
Well, I am targeting him.
Did you hit the
I'm
apply
confused.
healing button?
Yes. Oh wait,
that's why.
wait. Never mind.
Yeah.
Why did I think it meant apply healing to him? That doesn't make sense. Okay.
And Zul, don't
there's a
forget to
spell
grab that
effect.
spell effect.
And for my third action,
Yield.
I broke my shield.
Coward, prepare to aid. Or
Yes,
move.
I could prepare to aid. I was gonna. Or what'd you say?
You can get out of melee.
That's true. I did see that they did not attack. I did observe that they did not attack Zul when he moved away.
That is correct.
Now you just healed the meat shield.
For a very low amount.
Yeah, like he now at this point he might have lower health than me.
16 health in a dream. That's all one needs.
True.
Yeah.
I am gonna move away.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I am always a big proponent of either moving or preparing to aid as a third action.
Yeah. I also considered doing recall knowledge, but
that is going
That's
to
something, but-
bring us to these guys as you take 3 points of acid damage and do not overcome it, Glasha.
okay.
Let's see. This goofball right over here is gonna skitter on forward across the ground and come rushing over next to you, Dron. And is
The
going
amount
to...
of flanking that's happening right here.
We love the
Congo line.
And it is going to attempt to chomp down on you. As it goes
No
for the
one
beat.
can eat my flames.
Well, that's a crit, so...
He can eat my flames.
Oh god.
And a pretty solid roll. That's 32 damage to you, Dron.
Jesus Christ.
You guys are level 3. You have more than 20 hit points. It's okay. And for my
for yourself.
last trick... You're a bard.
That would have killed Glasha.
For my last trick, I'm going to throw dice across my apartment. I'm going to
Nice.
bite Dron again.
No, you're not.
I'm going to try to. And fail with a 13.
Haha.
Alright, well that's going to bring us to this one right here. And it is going to use one action to stand up.
I use the reactive strike. I get 4 levels from now.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I
Go
get
for it.
I get reactive strike in 6 levels.
And I'm going to
Hey,
take
you get it
so
for
much
free.
advantage of you guys not having it for now.
Yeah, I do
It's
get
okay.
it.
He can't see.
I started choking.
Oh God.
He is going to use an action to wipe the spray from its eyes, just sort of rubbing at them to get that off, so it will not be dazzled after this round either. But it is still blind for this
Well.
round.
No, it won't be blind. It'll still be dazzled.
Blinded lasts for a minute on a failure. Dazzled lasts for... Or blinded lasts for a round. Dazzled lasts for a minute unless it uses an action to clear its eyes.
Interesting.
Oh no, you're right. It can spend an... I can't misread that.
Yes, no.
Tell me
it
I'm wrong.
removes the blindness. It does not remove
Yes.
the dazzle on a
Then
crit.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, so it gets rid of the
I love that spell.
thing not hurting it.
It's so good. So it is going to use that action to wipe away its blindness, but the dazzle will remain for a full minute here.
Again, we
Yeah.
use our reactive strike.
Yep, of course. And let's see. It cannot spray acid right now. It cannot use anything else fun, so it's just going to bite someone. The question is whom? The answer may surprise you. It's drawn. Kill the barbarian. While I still have a chance. I hit,
No, you don't.
but I missed the dazzle check.
Yes,
Nice.
No!
Where are you even
flat
trying
five.
to bite
Never
thing?
underestimate a flat 5.
Crow, that's going to bring us over to you.
Alright, well, since I have it flanked,
You could move. You could not flank it.
it's already flanked, so, you know, I'm going to take advantage of
But
that.
what if you didn't?
You know?
That's
Think
so
about the
rude.
children.
Think about my little monster children. Don't kill them. They have families. No!
There we go.
No!
I am thinking about their
Yeah.
children and how delicious they will be
30
as you
fire
take
damage.
30 fire damage and you gain persistent fire.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. He just immolates.
Nice.
The entire thing with a resounding screech just burns. The
No, not the
acid
tents.
igniting as it does so.
And then I'm going to turn to the other one and I'm going to try and trip it.
You people are monsters.
Yes.
I love it. Your lifting
Well,
belt makes
hold
that
on, I'm
not
gonna
a
use-
crit fail.
I am going to use a hero point.
Oh, why not? God, that die was almost on a 20 again. All right. Unfortunately, that is still a failure, so take your hero point back, but you are
I
not
did.
going to get any effect on it.
It's alright, it's worth the try.
That is going to bring us to this injured one right here, as you are going to take 2 points of persistent acid damage, not overcome it, and here is the 2 acid damage to deal to Guru. Oop, not to yourself.
Well, I gotta do it to myself too.
The
so-
one dealt to yourself is done automatically. I have it turned on to
Oh.
automatically deal persistent damage.
Sorry.
No
Then,
worries.
now don't need to do double damage here.
I mean, unless you want to,
Alright.
and then you can just roll a flat
Um,
DC 15 check if you'd like. Actually,
Yeah.
Oh,
Let me
I already
just-
got rid of it on accident because I am a fool.
Here, I'll just roll a d20.
Yeah.
There you go.
Put that button in chat.
The-
Does
it
not
failed.
overcome it. But I am a fool and accidentally removed it from his sheet, and I can't
And-
put it back on.
But I'm gonna have Guru move back behind me over there,
Sure.
and that is my turn.
Well, that'll bring us to this guy right over here is going to see the situation that's unfolding and wants to do the most. So let's do, a wee bit of measuring here. Yeah, it's going to use its first action to sort of scuttle right on over here, doing its absolute best to be a menace to this world. And it
Don't
is...
take that cone out.
Right attack.
What? You mean that cone?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
it's
no,
gotta
that
pull
cone's
the cone
fine.
out.
Actually.
Oh. I will need a reflex save from Rog, Zool, Crow, and Guru, please. As it scuttles over and opens its maw, unleashing a torrent of
Ooh.
acid.
Nice.
Very nice rolls.
You didn't want to deal damage. Oh, never mind.
I'm
Oh,
gonna use a hero point.
that makes sense. Still a failure,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
hero points just don't seem to do anything.
Well, I mean, they're making it so you're not taking double damage, so that counts for
I-
something.
No, I went from a failure to failure, didn't I? Or
You
was
went
it
from a
9
crit
to...
fail
Oh,
to
you
a
went from
failure.
crit fail, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's definitely worth
It
it.
improved your roll, so.
It did improve my roll, so...
Alright, but you are still unfortunately going to take full damage, and everyone else will take half here. For a much better roll than last time. Considering last time I only rolled a 5 on 3d6.
Oh, did you do damage? Oh.
You dealt it to yourself
No.
twice there.
Yeah.
I'll undo
No.
those for you.
I only hit it once.
Are you selected on both yourself and Guru?
No, it shouldn't be.
Oh. Foundry is spaghetti coated, and we love it.
You can just hit tab to go to your next controlled creature.
I'm just pulling it out from underneath me because it just keeps fucking up that.
Yeah.
Because whenever I have them stacked, it keeps fucking things up.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for the entirety of its turn. So, Rog, we're over to you.
Alright. I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna be like, fuck you. And then hopefully I do damage to it.
That's a big hope.
You don't have enough. Oh, I never used the focus point. Alright. I'm gonna add it because I never used it.
Go for it. Who's getting
So we
surged?
reflex.
I don't wanna.
What?
They are going to succeed, unfortunately.
This is still a basic. Alright, so at least
Yep.
it's half damage.
Pretty damn good damage.
Yeah, well, D12s help.
D12s help
Strong.
a lot.
Yeah. And then I'm going to put up my shield.
Sounds good.
Where is it? And that's my turn.
All right, Zool. You're up. You're alive. Rog takes 1 point of acid damage. It is still melting. What are you gonna do?
First action, sustain to make my aura bigger.
Not the bigger aura.
And then
Not the guy that's still one thing out of it.
I know,
What a
right?
shame.
You're too far away. And then I'm going to cast Fire Ray at the one next to me.
Okay. Oh no, he
Nice.
hit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 12 points of fire
Three
damage.
twos.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right, as the fire and the storm from you and Rog slam into this creature, it falls backwards, screaming a little bit, but it's still standing, it's still up. It is not looking amazing, but drawn. What can you do?
Wait for my allies.
No, not the sudden charge. No. Classic
Nice.
barbarian sudden charge.
Say something that's not more synonymous.
Missing. Oh no, that hit. Shit.
Nice.
Oh no, and he rolled well. No.
Yes.
Get away
Here
from
it
my
comes.
beastie. No.
Let's go.
Ooh.
Oh no, I rolled terrible.
Unfortunately, Drawn,
So
I'm so
close.
sorry to say this. He only had 10 health left.
Nice.
That is an
Nice.
exact kill.
Fire is the best way to kill things.
You did.
And thus, Galasha, we're up to you.
Okay. Well, there's that one guy. Let's see. You guys are
There's one completely untouched of these creatures left. It is also, I'll remind you, this is the one that's alive is the only one that has not used its acid spray yet.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind if you approach.
Okay. I am trying to cast Fear on it, but I'm trying to see how far I can get. So,
Someone needs WD-40.
Oh yeah, sorry. Someone opened a door and the hinges were very loud.
All right.
Sorry about that.
Big counter performance.
I don't remember how big. Do I know if the acid spray reached 30 feet away from him?
It was a 30-foot cone. So if it was an exact line away from you, it would catch you.
Yeah.
You gotta take risks if you want to
Worth
hit
it.
him.
So true.
Hey, if he's afraid,
okay.
it lowers the DC.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay. I know, sorry. It just so happened to happen on my turn. When I couldn't mute. Alright, then I will cast Fear and see what happens.
Alrighty. Force a will save out of my funny animals? That's so rude.
Yeah.
Why would you do such a thing?
I don't even know if it's an intelligent creature, right?
That is a success with a very high roll, so it'll still become frightened 1, which is not bad. But
he wants to run away. He saw his allies die and he wants to run away.
He did not crit fail, no. He's hungry.
Okay. And I believe that's my turn.
Alright, well I believe that brings us to its turn as you take 1 acid damage at the end of your turn, but you do manage to you take 3, but you overcome it. That's what matters.
Okay.
We love persistent damage, my favorite. And
yeah, tough persistent damage on one. It just died in the process.
I think he's going to come rushing forward and seeing all of you like that. It's going to go for an acid spray here.
I cast, interposing earth.
Ooh.
So you'll have standard cover against this. And if you be damaged by the triggering effect despite this barrier, barrier's destroyed, damage dealt to you. Oh goodness, I've yet to see someone use this spell before. Very fun.
So it doesn't say it, but wouldn't it?
As I stamp the ground and earth just comes up in between me and it.
Yeah.
It doesn't say it, but wouldn't it give cover to everyone? Because it remains there.
And since your line of your starting position is right in front of the wall.
So, because the wall is placed like that, oh man, that's a weird ruling. It only grants standard cover, so I don't think it completely blocks the AoE from hitting you. But I do think I'm going to give all of you, because the origin point is right there, I'm going to give all of you your +2 circumstance bonus to the reflex save.
This became one of the best spells ever.
Yeah,
that's kind of cracked.
Right, yeah.
Right? It was a good call too. That was very unique. That's pretty cool. Rog is jealous of that spell.
So all of you, give me a reflex save, please, and give yourselves a +2 circumstance bonus against it. Except Drawn, you're out of the area again, as per usual.
I only get Eden.
The circumstance bonus turns it into an exact success for you, Zool.
Nice.
Lasha, you get an exact success because of the circumstance bonus, and Guru with the nat 20 is unaffected.
Okay. He's just smaller than the wall.
Right? He hides underneath it.
Guru's just like, not today.
Yeah, our mascot's taking this bug head on. He's not on stage.
And Crow, fantastic for you as well. So that's going to be half damage to everyone. And specifically you, Crow, because of the magic, will also reduce it further by 2. So you only take 1 acid damage, Crow, plus the half d6 persistent acid, which doesn't really matter because you're already taking 1d6.
Yeah, so I'm just going to reduce my life by 1.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow,
That
what a
spell is-
spell.
If you guys if you guys shift click the damage, you can add like the modifiers, like -2, +2.
Shift click
Yeah. So you don't have
Alright.
to do weird math.
in the future.
Stop telling us how to make the system better, Tron. Okay. Let me just judge Foundry and its spaghettiness. That does it for its entire turn, though, so that's going to bring us to Crow. No one has any
I'm
bullshit
going-
that prevents it from losing Frightened at the end of its turn, right?
No.
Thank gods.
Did someone say Aura of Despair?
Remakes Tyrant.
Yeah, he uses that
Wow,
in my
I'm
Bloodlords
annoyed.
game, and it gets me every time.
I didn't even think
I-
about the fact that that its turn was next.
It
I
lowers
forget
tripped
Frightened
it.
ended on its turn, not my turn. Bye.
I mean, I was gonna say something, but I didn't want to metagame.
No, it's okay. I completely forgot.
You reduced it so he didn't get a he got a success on
Yeah,
the save,
if
not
it makes
a
you
Yeah.
feel
That's
better.
true.
That is
It was
true. You
functional
did
for his
reduce
turn.
his save.
You and Zool would have both failed if not for that -1. So,
Okay.
and Crow's gonna wrestle him to the ground once more.
And then I'm gonna
Get his
grapple.
ass.
Oh, that's just mean. Why do you hate me? Or specifically, why do you hate this thing? Look how beautiful it is.
want to give
Just
it a
try to
kiss.
spit acid on me,
No!
and I grab it,
No, he's
Grapple,
stuck
yeah.
now.
and just for assault to injury, I raise my shield.
That's just insulting.
Grappling with a shield.
So you throw it to the ground, stick your what are you standing on its neck and with a shield up between you and it?
Yeah. Yeah.
You just put the shield
Basically.
in front of its mouth and sit on it.
I'm twisting one of its lenses and I'm pushing down on it with the shield pressing down on it.
Oh, God. Alright. Oh, I had a joke.
I told you I'd put a bear in a headlock before.
By the way, this is a spellcaster.
Yep.
Muscle caster is best casters. I don't know what to tell you. Rog, that's going to bring us to you. As Crow takes 5 acid damage at the end of his turn. And,
What's the DC for recovery? 16?
15, unless you have assisted recovery. Guru will only take half of that, so here is 2 acid damage for Guru.
And Guru, click
Yeah, I can even
damage,
give you a
and
recovery check.
alright.
He's still
Nope.
melting!
Then
Alright, Rog.
that's been, most of his damage has been that.
Was this in the middle of the night? Like I'm
Yes.
I'm guessing.
Yes.
Would I still get a rest after this?
After
Enough.
this, you guys will still get a full rest.
Okay.
You'll have a full rest
Oh,
on
I-
daily prep after this.
Okay. Thank you for letting me know.
Not including the next encounter that we're gonna have with something
Yes.
that ambushes us right now.
Not including
Yeah,
the
yeah,
4
your
more
spell
of
slots.
these that I have
That's
hiding in the
different,
background.
I have used my staff actually. I think.
But I have it on the ground and grappled right now, so it's not happy.
Yeah.
Because now it has to use up 2 actions to get back up on its feet.
I'm gonna use hydraulic push. It's just
That will, if you succeed, it'll break the grapple.
it'll break the grapple.
Yeah,
Okay.
because forced movement will break
Good
it.
point. Yeah. Thank you. All right then. Where's his health at? He's not-
Uninjured so far.
Okay.
You
Alright,
guys should be able to
so-
cover
But
that
it's
and get a
pride.
idea.
Yeah.
Its pride is in the dirt. With the rest of it.
Such-
It wasn't happy that I put up that wall either.
It really wasn't.
I'm gonna use reach and give him hopefully give him goblin pox.
That's just bullying.
I approve
You
of this
gotta keep him
message.
down.
We need more debuffs.
Where's the witch? We need the
Uh,
witch.
Unfortunately, it will crit succeed because its fortitude save is quite good.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So,
That's my turn.
it cannot be goblin boxed. What is wrong with you people?
I just got into the bullying mob mentality that was happening, so I just couldn't help myself.
Fair
But
enough.
that would be
I can't blame
that
you
would
for
be my
that.
turn.
All right, end of your turn. You take 2 acid damage and do not overcome it. So Zool, we're up to you.
All right. Well, my health is still in the shit tank.
That means you charge it.
No, that means take
Coward.
Void Warp, bitch.
You just saw it crit succeed a Fortitude save.
I don't have very many options at this point.
Coward. I'll fail because I roll like dog shit. 7 damage. Oh no. Whatever will I do?
And then last action,
Foundry.
sustain.
You want to make it even bigger?
Yeah, I'm playing the Aura class. I'm going to make these things gargantuan.
It's already big though.
Doesn't matter. I like the Aura getting bigger.
But you could help someone else by aiding.
You could use Bane now too.
Well, you didn't have the actions for that.
Oh.
Besides,
He cast
doing
Void
Bane,
Warp.
Bane would make me get closer.
All right, Drawn, go kill him. As Zool takes 2 acid damage and overcomes his melting.
Nice. He might
I'm on
actually
3
survive.
health now.
Oh, we'll fix that.
Guys, I know this
Oh
is
god
this
damn it!
I know this is a huge surprise, but the barbarian is going to charge.
We're 3 for 3 on sudden charges, y'all. And I imagine we're gonna go 4 for 4 next combat.
Nice.
Yeah, that's expected.
As I'm holding him down, you come in and chop it down.
I only rolled a 2 though.
Low damage, but I mean, still a lot of damage.
If I actually had another action, I could do the 2-action elemental blast and actually do some real damage.
Oh.
But
No,
instead
you're
you
pointing
focus- Oh, why? Why do you hate me so?
Because
That's what it is. Don't laugh.
do we get a hero point back, right?
Yes. And that
Oh,
will
there
bring
it
us to Galasha at the top of round 4 as Courageous Anthem will finally fall off.
Do it again.
Okay.
Galasha, if you cannot kill it, it goes next. And I have an acid
Yes.
spit aimed directly at Zool. Out of spite.
Yeah, about that.
Just letting you know.
Good to know. Good thing Courageous Anthem is only 1 action. Wow, I'm kind of
Yeah.
surprised it's only 1 action.
That's what's
Okay.
Because normally, if you didn't have Lingering Composition, it's something you would have to cast every turn.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But you have your macros.
well,
Don't hit Lingering Composition into chat.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Should I delete that and use that, or doesn't matter?
I'll give you a hero point back, and then yeah, just use the macro. Because otherwise, it doesn't.
Hero point?
automate
Oh,
the
the
whole
focus-
thing. Focus point.
Well,
I'm sorry. I can't.
Yeah.
do it good.
No, it's okay.
Take the hero point.
I mean, I'll take it.
No.
Um,
Yeah, just use the
Alright.
macro because it automates the entire thing instead of you having to click like 10 buttons.
yeah, that makes sense. Oh! Does it
Look at
last
that.
forever?
4
Yeah.
rounds.
The rest of the campaign.
Yeah.
Glosh is now really
Okay.
into the music.
Yep. Courageous Anthem. And should I bother placing the... Oh, wait. Or does it...
It automated it.
Yep.
Oh, it automates it. Okay. I won't
Yeah,
do
it
that.
effectively put an aura on you that gives all allies in that aura.
I already...
Oh,
It's my accident.
Get rid of it.
Okay. That is kind of a distracting animation. Okay.
It's a little bit.
I'll do that. And then I will... I'll cast another second rank soothe on Zool if you're gonna be
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you for the wonderful healing magic.
That's metagaming.
You're welcome. I would have done that anyway.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just being a
I'll have you
shitter.
know.
Let me kill someone. Please.
It's only session 2. You have to do that next session.
You're right. I have to wait till session 3.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's
I got
right.
ahead of myself.
Yeah.
If,
Okay.
what, 18 health, Zool? I can take that down.
Yeah, I have 18 health
And then
now.
believe that's my turn, right? Yep.
Yep, and you
Okay.
take a full 3 acid damage and do not overcome it. Ooh, you have much less health than Zool. Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Watch it not
Yes.
escape.
Damn. I'm gonna have to do a 3-action heal to get 2 people up. God damn it.
Well, so the downside is I do have a penalty to my attack rolls right now being prone with this guy.
Is he restrained?
No,
No,
he's only
just
grappled.
grabbed. So any manipulate action would have a flat check. Which a ranged attack would not be.
But it does have a penalty on
It
it.
does have a penalty from being prone, and it would have to escape first. It is an animal. Its survival instinct is kicking in, so being heavily injured like this, its focus is going to be on trying to escape and fleeing at this point. So it's going to go for an escape roll. I'm going to play my low intelligence animals as I am supposed to. As it is going to manage to free itself from your grasp, use its second action to stand up, and begin burrowing into the ground and away from you guys. As it's gonna get about that far. A little below the ground. So I don't know, Crow, if you want to jump in the hole after it, but the choice is yours.
I think I'm gonna try this.
Ooh.
Dump lava into the hole.
That's awesome.
Well, that's just mean.
I can see Crow laughing. You're not getting away. And then, like, lava goes in.
Yeah, I'll give him a reflex save against that. Underground, and he will just barely fail.
Nice. It's been a very thematic fight.
6
6
points
damage.
of damage. And
I
the,
believe you get persistent 1 fire
yeah, if
damage.
you want to click that little button for me.
The persistent
Yeah,
or
that 1 persistent fire damage button, because that'll put it in chat as an actual damage, so then I can apply it to the enemy. They're not dead under there, and I do think
Yet.
I'm going to have to specify you would have had to move for one of your actions just to be able to get a sight on it down through the hole, if you're okay with that.
I would have done that, yeah.
Yeah. So, Rog, would you do anything to follow after it as Crow takes a little bit of acid damage and overcomes his persistent? And 1 acid damage gets dealt to Guru.
And Guru.
And Guru will overcome his.
Oh shit.
Fantastic. All right, Rog, would you like to go after this thing, or do you want to just let it flee?
Food.
I'm going after it.
Why?
Where do I have to move up to? The square in front of here.
So it was in these 4 squares. So yeah, you can sort of jump down into the hole right there, and that puts
Actually,
you
sorry, that does
right
not
there.
go away. My bad.
Oh.
What doesn't?
That is still there.
Oh yes, because you can sustain it.
Yeah.
Then he reaches in his pocket and realizes that he forgot to get metal from the blacksmith, and ends up using a copper coin to do needle darts at him.
Oh no, not needle darts.
Wait.
No, it's too good.
Regular.
That will hit.
Nice.
And I don't think he'll survive this. That will be the final of these animals dead as you jump down in the pit and you see the molten lava conjured by Crow, and you just send a few darts of metal after the creature as well. With a loud squealing hiss, it stops moving and just collapses as it is slowly encased in hardening lava.
It's already partially cooked now.
No, take it out.
Hey,
I
Joe.
can
Get out.
use a snack before we go to sleep.
Yeah, we're eating that one first.
Yes, Zool.
This occurred on mine and Guru's watch, right?
It did indeed.
I should have had my armor on.
Ah!
Fair.
Yeah.
Oh, that is,
Oh well,
that is
you didn't
true.
go down.
Only because Glacius saved my sorry ass twice.
I forgot because you rolled a nat 1 and fell asleep on your watch. But your armor would not have magically come off from you falling asleep.
That one you forgot
That
to
was,
put it back on.
That was your penalty
Before-
for falling asleep.
Yeah.
Before though, I will do this for everyone.
Sure.
How
Yeah,
come I
I'm
can't
also-
target my allies?
I'm gonna be doing the same thing.
Sure.
Oh, that's why, because I'm on that. Let me go back to.
As you guys are finishing up with this last one, you see that Hein, Rask, Yeneth, they were also fighting only a single one of these Encroves, but a bit larger than the other ones. Perhaps a pack leader of some sort. But to be fair, it's a bit more impressive that you guys managed to kill 3 of them in the time it took them to kill 1.
Turn on template. I mean this.
Yeah. So you don't have to hit the little 30-foot emanation button that's already in there. When you select the 3-action version, it'll allow you to place a 30-foot emanation. But you can also just roll the healing for people. Since it should pretty easily get everyone in the party. And everyone in the party will go ahead and heal 11 hit points. Because you are still benefiting from Courageous Anthem. What fun. As the 3 other Dromaar sort of sheathe their weapons and come back towards you. Theirs is not a great fighting party composition because there are 2 of them using bows and only 1 of them with a blade. But they make their way back over to your group. Well, is everyone okay?
In a manner of speaking.
Oh, well, those will scar up nicely.
I wrestled one to the ground and then grabbed it and made it regret its decisions.
I'm not sure they could feel regret, but we'll assume they could.
Whatever it means, it's gonna taste good.
Is that how you did it with the bear?
Pretty close.
I believe it. You know what? I was a little skeptical. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
after
exactly.
seeing that, I kind of believe it now.
Yeah, the bear story, yeah, he looks at Guru.
Don't feed into his ego. That's the last thing I need.
And we should butcher these animals up and stuff and start smoking them so that way we don't waste the meat.
Absolutely, we can go ahead and start working on that. I believe it was just about our turn for watch anyways. So since there are 3 of us, we can...
Sounds good! As I go to I dust off my my pad and stuff and then go back. I have to remove my armor. I snap my fingers to remove my armor again. And then I go to sleep.
There's so much blood around the campsite right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Crow, your tent is partially crushed by.
I had no tent. That wasn't mine.
Oh well, whose ever tent?
Yeah, that tent is fine. I don't think we're getting that one back.
That one was Rask's that he lent to you guys.
Mm.
Knowing that, learning that you guys didn't all bring your own tents, probably muttering something about Lee said be prepared. The Rask and Yeneth and Hein would have made sure that tents were shared so that everyone who wants a tent can be in one. And Rask's is now destroyed. Yeneth's and I don't know whoever owned this one are damaged, but not in awful condition.
I'm gonna see if I can salvage any metal parts from the broken tent to pocket for needle darts.
Sure. Yeah, they're just like small scraps, like iron nails. You could salvage up.
I'll just put down. I'll add like iron nails to the inventory then.
Yeah, I'm often not going to track like force make you spend money every time you cast needle darts if you don't have anything.
Why
in your
not?
inventory.
Okay. I know some people do that, so I just want to make sure
Nope.
that
In
I'm
technicalities,
doing it.
you get it back after
Yeah.
you cast it. You're
I-
just using it as a focus.
I
Basically.
try to be pretty
Yeah.
relaxed about that sort of thing. If you really
Most
want to keep
expensive-
track of it, you can, but
Well, at least just have it in the inventory
Sure.
to like say that.
Oh, I can also use this spell before we go to sleep too,
Gentle
to
breeze.
benefit anyone who wants to make heal checks and stuff.
Get rid of the bad smell.
Yeah, I can. To get rid of the poison too, I can also do the splash.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and say, yeah, those of you who are suffering from persistent acid can go ahead and remove it at this point. And is there,
What happened to that armored guy? I thought he was going to be here to heal us.
is Gwyn our treat wounds member? It
Yes.
looks like he is. He'll come out of the ethereal plane and stop smoking to treat people before you guys go back to sleep.
Oh, is he going to be the one that does? I wasn't sure if at level 4 I should go into more healing or
He
not.
has expert
never talked to
in
anybody.
medicine, so
I think he was
okay.
planning on it. Yeah.
Okay. Because I never talked. I wasn't around for 0, so I never talked to anybody about it.
no worries.
I say I was pretty happy with Interposer. That actually worked out pretty good.
Yeah. So you guys can feel free to just put yourselves back up to full health between Gwyn stepping out of the ethereal plane every hour or so, snubbing a cigarette and healing you while you're asleep, and the normal rest you would get from sleeping. Yuneth, Hein, Rask, the three of them work over the course of their watch to butcher these Oncrovs as well for some meat. It's not particularly high quality meat. It's extremely gamey, and it does need to be smoked heavily to remove the acid that is sort of ruptured from their glands and would have begun melting their own flesh slightly, just to make sure that's gotten rid of. But you definitely managed to get effectively smoked meat rations out of this for the minimum rest of your hunting trip.
Nice. I look around everybody. I'm like, you know what? I'm pretty happy about this group. I think that was a really good team effort and fight that just happened. I feel really comfortable now after, you never really know until you shed some blood with somebody on what kind of person they are. So I feel good with that.
Cheers to that.
That's impressive work.
All right.
And I rest.
Yep. As you
Yeah.
all, head back to sleep and finish your rest for the night, that is where we're going to end our session for today. Thank you all so much for playing. I do so hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you all next week.
Oh yes, it was so much fun getting my face.
Wait,
kicked.
never mind. I'm an idiot. We got half a fucking hour left. We didn't start at 7. We started at 7:30. Forget what I was saying.
I was gonna say, I
5:30.
thought this seemed a little short. but-
Rest up, fuckers. We're still going.
We have time for like more
I was
Auroch
gonna-
hunting. But
Quick, more orcs, go!
Whoa, what was all that?
Me
What just
forgetting
happened?
to set extempore effects properly in my settings.
Oh.
That's what that
I was
was.
gonna say we didn't start at 7:30. We started at
8:30.
yeah.
Okay, you people are on different
yeah,
coasts. I'm in the
8:30
center
in
of the
real
fucking
time
country.
zone.
Fair
What do you
enough.
want from me?
He's in the wrong part of the country. It's okay.
I
Yeah, I
am.
know,
I know that. I want to be on
You're
the East
literally
Coast.
in the Badlands.
I am
Yeah,
in the
literal
Belkzen of
Badlands.
America.
Do you have Badlands lore for living there
No.
in the desert?
But I have Lore Master lore just by proxy of my job, so...
Fair enough.
The checks.
Alright. Well, I'm sorry about that. I completely... My clock was messed up. I was like, oh, we're done. No, we're not. You all are stuck with me for longer. And we'll just pop you back onto the Belkzen map here, because why not, as you guys are making your way from Torrentmoot north alongside the Flood Road as you continue making your way forward.
flooding is from it's from glaciers, right? There's never any rain that causes it in this area.
Correct. It is the ice caps of the Tusk Mountains all melting.
Oh, ice cap. Okay.
And then
Yeah.
and then because it's a valley, it all like
It all floods.
floods in.
Right.
Does it become a swamp? Do we know?
Nope, it doesn't become a swamp, and it's quote-unquote valley. It's more of just flat plains, really and truly. So the water floods down the mountains and creates the flood road. It doesn't become a swamp. It really becomes a massive river, at which point plants begin to almost... it's believed there's some magic involved, but there's never really any proof. They grow rapidly along its banks, and those plants growing is what draws the Aurochs in, which are then hunted for food and hides for the oncoming year by the tribes of Belkzen, the holds.
Yeah, there's a rumor there's a great druid who makes it happen every season, even though it's never been verified. Oh yeah, I'm a druid, of course I do.
Fair enough. All right. Well, you guys had some good tracking so far, and if you'd like to continue with that onto day 3 here, you're more than welcome to do so.
If we feel like we're getting closer, based, and this is not above board, this is like still like if Rog feels he's getting closer, I guess I'm kind of asking partially above if he feels like he's getting closer, then he's going to use his food. But that would be based on like how well I guess we've been doing already. Does he feel like we're getting close?
You're not particularly, because you really just found their trail yesterday and started following it.
You know what? Because we found the trail yesterday, I want to try to keep up on it, so I will eat the food.
Sure.
The tracker's food.
Go for it.
Let me get rid of it. Delete.
Here, I will, to make it easier on everyone, I'll put your tokens on the map so you can put effects on yourself and whatnot, use your basic action macros. I'll even bring Gwyn with us, because why not? Lasha, heal yourself up to full health and take a long rest. What are you doing?
I thought oh, did I not? I think I took a long rest, but I forgot to do the manual healing.
Taking a long rest will not bring you up to full health.
You said you wanted the checks, though, right?
Yep. And we've got a success from Crow. We've got a success from Drawn today. Glasha, unfortunately, that perception check is a failure.
Ew.
A fantastic check from Zool. That's an exact crit success.
Yeah.
A success for Rog. All right. Yeah, now that you guys have found the trail and even managed to get a almost a bit more in sync with one another after that battle last night, you very quickly, as you're going, will trade off when you start to get tired or lose the trail yourselves, and someone else will pick it up. Drawn, you keep everyone active and engaged as you're going, and you guys...
Basically what a near-death experience does.
Right. You guys work like a machine today, to the point that, assuming nothing goes wrong, you're fairly certain you'll manage to finish the hunt tomorrow.
That's pretty quick.
Yeah.
Not bad.
You only had one bad day at the beginning.
Yep. You didn't find anything day 1. You had to go a bit further from Torrentmoot. It took another half day to find something. But now that you guys have found the trail, you guys are on it like bloodhounds.
Yeah.
And
we
actually named we're the Bloodhounds.
We had 2 crit successes from 2 different people back to back.
So,
is that our group name, the Bloodhounds?
The Bloodhounds.
all right. I'll leave it up to you guys if you want to do more perception checks at night, or if you just want, for now at least, to let me know, yep, that's our watch order, and I will make those checks just personally blind if something matters.
I'm fine with just saying that's our watch order.
Same.
That way you're not forced to constantly make perception checks every night. All right, then we shall move on to the morning of the 19th, and let's get one more round of rolls to see if we can find the Aurochs today.
I forgot to add the +2 to that, so that's 2 more.
I'm gonna hero point
20.
that. Or
Yeah, that-
wait, I don't need to. Never mind.
I am gonna hear point mine. Why not?
Actually, yeah, I got a 3. F it.
Mine would be a 29 out of 27.
Sure.
Oh, that's a better roll. Not a whole 6.
Okay. Amongst all of you working today, it does not take long, and a little before mid-morning, perhaps around 11 a.m. or so, you guys manage to pinpoint the nearby herd. Not a particularly large herd of Aurochs, but there is still a decent number of them. The point you've reached, the land is rocky, mostly barren, except for, small patches of that tough, low grass, some scraggly bushes. The flood road is cutting through a valley a bit to the north of you. You slightly come off the trail to follow this herd, and there are a few low, sort of steep walls of natural rock, creating a raised vantage point over the dry riverbed. There's maybe about a dozen or so Aurochs grazing in one of the patches of grass. All right. Not bad time at all to find them. Well done, all of you. Now,
It was due to your help.
And we kind of came together a lot more at the end.
yes, very, very well done. No mistakes of any sort that I noticed as these last few days, so well done. Question for all of you, though. I know some of you mentioned you have hunted an Aurochs or so before as needed. Have any of you vaulted one, though?
I would think that Rog would say yes. I think
Okay.
so.
You think Rog would have participated in Aurochs vaulting before? Anyone can give me a recall knowledge check if they'd like to see if you know what Aurochs vaulting is.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yes,
say.
I'm gonna do that actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Crow, Galasha, and Dune. The three of you have easily heard of it before. Aurochs vaulting is think it's not really cow tipping because Aurochs tipping is its own separate thing that people partake in and is not a smart thing to do. Aurochs vaulting is something hunters will occasionally do if they don't need the food but they still want to show off their prowess. The idea is to sneak up close to an Aurochs with a hand covered in white paint and jump over it and manage to kind of smack them on the top of their pelt, putting your handprint and paint on them to show that you could have gotten a killing blow if the food was necessary, but there's no need to right now, and so you're not killing unnecessarily.
Yeah. My younger days.
How old are you?
31.
He did it when he was 9. No big deal.
Yeah.
Around the time he wrestled the bear.
Oh,
He actually
Gurus.
bear vaulted one time.
Can
That
you
was a
stop
different
bringing
story.
up the bear, please. His ego doesn't need any more influence.
yes, it does.
This is bad for all of us.
Now, Guru, you're overstating.
I'm going back to sleep. And Guru just curls up and goes back to sleep. Since most of you know what Aurochs vaulting is, we're definitely planning on hunting some, but I figured I'd ask if any of you wished to try out a vault before you try and stab.
I'll give it a shot.
All right. And she'll sort of pull out just a vial of white paint, and she'll gesture for you to give her your hand.
I will.
She just dumps the paint vial over your hand. Have fun. Don't die.
Without the threat of death, it isn't fun.
Oh, well, if you fuck up, you might die, so that's why we say don't die.
I'm gonna try this as well.
Sure. Yeah. Anyone who
Rog
wants
is
to
gonna
attempt it may.
watch. We'll be able to attempt it after they attempt it, or is this kind of like a do it now?
I mean, it's definitely going to alert the horde once someone does it. So.
All right, then Rog is definitely. All right, Rog
Sure.
will do it.
You can also attempt to aid someone else if you don't want to actively get in there.
I think I'll aid someone because I
Sure.
feel like I might. Well, what's the worst that could happen?
Come on, Glasha. That's the spirit.
We die.
If we die, we
Can I
die.
use performance? No, I'm just kidding. It's definitely not.
That's what the afterlife's for.
Yeah.
Is anyone not attempting?
Crow is not. Crow did it when he was younger.
He doesn't need to prove anything now.
Not on that, yeah.
Fair enough.
I will not attempt it, but I will play a battle tune to help those attempting.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and give me that performance check to see if you can effectively inspire everyone else. It does need to be quiet because the first check people will have to make is a stealth check to not alert them as you approach.
Oh, god damn it.
I mean, in that case, I can just do it like maybe after the first person, or if it won't help, I don't know.
You can
I
still,
don't wanna
still do the
ruin
tune.
their
This
stealth.
is sort of a little hype tune that you're doing.
Okay.
She's like
Not
humming.
Yeah. Not loud
whole
enough to
world is
alert the
out.
Aurochs.
All right.
And that's a fantastic roll. Everyone go ahead and take a +2 circumstance bonus to your stealth check.
Oh,
And-
+3.
I will allow this stealth check to be public.
Okay.
Since you may wish to use a hero point.
Oh, you said +2 circumstance?
Yep. If you go into the basic action macros, there is an aid toggle there.
Ow, draw.
That's as good as I'm gonna get. I went from a 4 to a 19.
Considering your DC was 20 on this,
Ah!
that is phenomenal. All of
Nice.
you, inspired by Glasha's performance, managed to keep low as you begin approaching these Aurochs that are just grazing naturally. Look at these lovable animals. They look amazing. Those horns are meant for
Delicious.
goring.
I know, right?
The choice is yours as you approach without being noticed. Athletics or acrobatics to leap over them, slapping your painted hand in a prominent part of your choice on them.
Oh, athletics.
I'm going to assume that's not going to succeed, so I'll use the hero point.
That is a failure, Drawn.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Both Zool and Drawn, the two of you with practiced precision, leap over them and manage to leave a perfect handprint, just a quick slap and release. So there's a very obvious symbol of your handprint on them. Rog, you managed to do so as well, leaping over and smacking the Aurochs as you do. However, it's not quite as nice. Your handprint is a lot more smeared on their fur, but it's still there. That was
All
a
that counts.
regular success for Rog and a crit success for Zool and Drawn. As the three of you sneaking up leap into action, figuratively and literally, and smack the Aurochs, leaving your paints on them, the Aurochs all immediately sort of take notice and freak out a little bit, but begin trundling away. Thankfully, you did it in a pleasant enough way that it doesn't actually incite them into attacking you. I hate that joke, Drawn. How dare you? As these are these are hungry creatures. These are skittish ones, and they begin attempting to trundle away as they're going. Those of you standing in the back, I can't name right now. Crow and Glosha, you see immediately Rask and Hein have their bows out and arrows drawn. They're about to release and take down one of these Aurochs. If you would like to do anything to help them, you may.
Sure. I think I give them all guidance.
Sure. Absolutely.
One action each. Pop, pop, pop.
Perfect.
I guess I can. Would aid overlap or?
Aid would not, because that's a circumstance bonus.
Okay,
So-
then I should probably aid rather than
Sure.
Rage's Anthem because that's a status bonus.
Yeah. You'll only be able to aid one of them. So which one would you like to aid, Hein or Rask?
I'll aid Rask because we destroyed their tent earlier.
Hein does appear to be the more practiced and experienced archer. So go ahead and give me. In this case, I'm probably going to say aid or perception is a good check to aid with. Since
Okay.
you are at a distance helping him spot, go ahead and give me that perception check. This is going to be public.
I do have this if I could potentially begin to play a song to help aid, but I don't know how much time
Yeah,
we have.
that'll be
and stuff.
perfect.
Okay.
So go ahead and you can then use performance to aid. And with a natural 20, that's going to give him a +2 circumstance bonus on the roll. So he's effectively got +3 to his attack, while Glosha or Hein has a +1. And both of them get good rolls on their shots. So
Nice.
they are immediately after Rog, Zool, and Drawn all leap, put their handprints on some of these Aurochs as well. The two of you give a little bit of a magical and performative boost to your allies. They unleash their arrows at a different Aurochs and catch it directly through where its heart would be, and it very quickly collapses to the ground as the rest begin to flee. And that's a successful hunt. Unless those of you there want to do anything else towards the fleeing Aurochs.
No, we got one.
I'm good. Not dying is
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, no. I'm all about not taking more than's needed.
Perfect. Yeah, as you guys probably pick up and begin to dress down the Aurochs that was taken down as the rest of the group approaches.
I'm actually gonna ask the one who put the party together to see if she can show me any tricks she has with dressing down the animal. I'm not very novice at it, and I want to see if I can learn from her.
Most certainly, of course. Yeah, she will go ahead and begin breaking down the monster in a slower way than one would normally do so, separating the leather from the meat, pulling the organs aside, and sort of pointing out even just what parts of the beast are going to taste the best. It's effectively cow, but cool cow. And I personally don't know good details of dressing down because I don't go hunting, even though I live in the Belkson of America.
Yeah, don't you have buffalo?
Probably.
He probably doesn't go out there though, kill them and skin them and whatnot.
Buffalo
But yeah,
burgers are so good though.
They are delicious.
usually they're raised.
Personally, I'm a bigger
buffalo.
fan of wild boar, but, you know,
I thought you
I've
didn't
not had
eat
wild boar.
I've had wild boar.
Really?
Back,
Well, I mean,
yeah,
don't
long
they-
time ago.
Don't they kill like 7,000 wild boars in Texas every year?
I mean, what don't they kill in Texas every year?
Yeah.
No, but I mean, it's open season on them in Texas. Like, anybody can
Yeah.
kill them without a permit or
Usually,
license.
yeah,
Because
because
they're
kind of like
like
on Long
invasive
Island
or
with the
something.
deer. There's too many, and they're
Oh.
aggressive to the
Damn.
people's farms.
And if
People
anyone is
hunt
wrong about
prairie
this, we're
dogs.
not sorry for spreading misinformation.
Well, I'm 100% on that. Also, it's the same thing in
Cool.
Australia with kangaroo. There's too many, and then they were wiping them out. People, I've had that, beaten that. That's actually not bad.
Well, they do actual counts here of the deer to see how much they're gonna open hunting for.
Yeah.
All right.
While they're like skinning the animal and stuff, can I look around to make sure that no more uncrovs or peritons or like
Give me a perception
I
check.
don't know around here or attacking the same herd as us?
Yeah.
You're on to Jericho.
She's played games with me too long. She knows my
I'm
tricks.
just making sure.
Oh, why'd you have to roll that?
Oh.
No, you see nothing.
Oh,
It's a beautiful day out.
something's coming, everybody.
Okay. I just start playing my flute. It feels very calm.
Yeah. All right. As you guys all, she finishes the demonstration of dressing down the Aurochs, sort of packs up the stuff into a pretty large satchel at her hip that those of you who are magically inclined can see does appear to have some runes engraved on the outside of it that are glowing slightly. And you guys are able to begin the trek back to Torrentmoot, if you would like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, do they ever take like boats on the river while it's there? Or I don't know how big it is. You know, I don't know if there's
That's
any
actually
lore
a
about
really
that.
good question. I don't know for certain off the top of my head that.
I figure if it's big enough, they'd take advantage of it
I would
during
imagine
that time
they
of year.
might, aside from the fact that there aren't a lot of trees for making boats out of, and they would only really be useful for this part of the year. So it wouldn't necessarily be the most sustainable thing to make them and hold on to them in the entire year for the short part of the year that they would be useful. I would imagine more frequently than not, they're just going to swim.
It would increase the speed probably, like if you go from the top to the bottom by at least like a week.
Oh yeah, if you were doing that massive distance, you'd probably use a boat. But if you're doing like one hold to another, a relatively shorter journey, they probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
You'd probably use the regular beasts used to travel in this region.
So on the map, where are we?
Right now, you guys are a bit north of Torrentmoot.
Okay.
Actually, know how many miles is that? That's about average. You guys are probably up somewhere over here-ish. Around 20 miles, 20, 30 miles away at this point.
It's like
Okay.
2 days.
Yeah. You guys, since you got this done pretty early in the morning, heading back today, you will probably return tomorrow evening. Just fine. And, if no one has anything else they'd like to do during that time, we can just skip back to you returning.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I like it says it.
As long as there's no more signs of the wild animals like as that night or anything, then
Yeah? No?
You really traumatized her.
I know.
She's been playing games with me far too long. It's a problem. As you guys make your way back to Torrentmoot proper, having, I imagine, gotten on pretty good terms with Hein, Rask, Undeath, especially at this point now that you're not tracking and you really can just sort of talk the entire journey. They very much enjoy chatting on their way back. You do notice something different about camp as you return. over by the central fireplace, right around here, I should say, there is a large piece of wood, maybe about the size of a chest. And there's a few orcs currently surrounding it. As you're stepping into camp, you see a flash of blue light from the chest briefly, and one of them stumble backwards with what looks to be scorched, steaming hands.
Oh,
Under
looks
attack.
like there's something that has arrived.
I'm going to approach it.
Okay. Are you saying goodbyes to Hein and everyone, or are you just walking?
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
definitely. But yeah. Well, there was a commotion over
No,
there, so...
I got.
Yeah.
I'm like the ADHD. I just start walking up back to the light.
I mean, I guess before walking over, I'll ask, fine, do you know, are we expecting another event today? Do you know what that...
I mean, there should be
Could
events
be.
most days, or at least a number of them, so I expect it's something new. Before you go, by the way, are you still there, Zool, as well?
Yes.
Okay. Before the two of you go, and Rask will run into one of their remaining tents here and come out with a small package and hand it out towards you. Well done on that hunt. And, well, consider this a bit of a reward for doing so well. Those were some masterful vaults, and honestly, quite competent fighting against those Onkrovs.
Oh, it was definitely a memorable time.
We certainly won't forget it soon either.
I'll take the package from
Yeah.
her.
There's not a ton in here, but specifically there is a flare snare for you guys, and a small dosage of lesser camouflage dye for those of you who may wish to go out into the Badlands again in the future if you want to try and hide yourselves and protect yourselves at night. So, those have been
I'll
put into the
definitely
party
wanna do
stash for
that.
you. And the rest of you making your way over to this strange wooden contraption. It's about the size of a chest. The orcs that are looking at it, grimacing, the one who very clearly has heavily burnt hands right now, but is actually smiling over it. And you approach and you hear him mention, I figured it out. I'm gonna get it right tomorrow, just you watch.
What is this?
Yes.
They sort of notice you return. Oh, been out on a hunt recently?
Full hunt? Yes.
Something Ardax commissioned and set down just the other day. He mentioned it's a puzzle box of some sort, and no one's been able to access it yet.
Damn sorcery.
I'm gonna start checking it out.
Oh, that's what he's been working on.
It's we've limited it to one attempt per person per day, but whoever's the first to open gets whatever's inside.
All right.
Oh, that sounds fun.
I want to take my crack at it.
Yeah. Would you like to, any of you who would like to may give me either a perception or recall knowledge or crafting blind across the board for all of those to sort of take a look at this puzzle box and see if you can figure out anything about it.
Crafting, recall knowledge, and what?
Perception, which crafting will show up in your recall knowledge.
Got it.
You rolled as Guru, by the way, Crow.
What, Guru can't figure it out?
I mean, he's not trained in any of those skills, so...
Yeah, I think that's discrimination, really.
He's not an Eidolon, unfortunately.
recall
He can't take
knowledge.
exploration actions. Let's see here. Okay. Taking a look around, there's some interesting things you note. The box itself is covered in intricate designs and lattice work, some of which are glowing faintly here and there, like waves of blue energy are moving through them. There's no immediately obvious way to open it, but taking some time and studying it, Crow and Rog, the two of you notice that based on how it's set up, there seem to be 3 specific parts of it that need to be fiddled with all at once. This is not a puzzle box that one person can solve. You need 3 people working on it at the same time to solve. And it's going to require a variety of different skills, namely thievery and perception, though those skills could potentially be replaced by a strike or perhaps a bit of electric magic.
Oh, I can do that.
I've got one. Don't worry.
So
This isn't real.
to give you the exact description of this, you will need 3 people at the same time simultaneously doing either a thievery check that you have to be trained in, which no one in the party is trained in thievery, a thievery check that doesn't need to be anyone trained in, and a perception check. One of those checks can be replaced by a strike, and one can be replaced by targeting the box with a spell that has the electricity trait and deals at least 1 damage.
Oh, actually, Rock should do perception.
I could also do the electricity too. Either one I can do.
Oh, I'll do perception then if you want to do the electricity.
Yeah, that's guaranteed for me.
I could do a strike.
I'll do my Tempest Surge.
Okay. You got Rog, Tempest Surging with a bit of electric magic.
Wait,
I can,
song. That will help.
of course it will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can help with.
It helps us with hitting those things.
Yeah.
I can help with the attack rolls, or I can like aid someone.
Where's the cleric? There he is.
Oh yeah, he can.
What do you need me
also
for?
help.
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet.
I'll do a strike.
Guidance,
Okay.
probably
Guidance, actually.
is Tempest Surge is a.
Yeah, I think I only use 1 lightning
Save.
damage, so I don't need anything.
Yep, you just need to cast an electric spell that deals a damage, so you've got that set.
Yeah, but Drum will. I'll take the guidance there. Nice. That will help.
Someone can guidance the perception, and then someone can guidance the strike.
Yeah,
I guess.
who needs guidance for perception?
It was me.
Then I will use.
I'll use strike.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Here we go.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Jericho's not responding. I don't know.
I know. I think he started traumatized this now too.
He's rolling the dex save for the box.
Yeah.
Starting off as you all, you had to spend a while investigating it, probably about half an hour just studying it to figure out all that information. But with that time, you think you figured it out. So, as you take your positions around it, Drawn, you start by sort of feeling around near the top level of the chest, about 6 inches down, before 2 of your fingers catch hidden latches at the same time, which, as you press them, a section on the side of the box swings open before it reveals a glowing pattern within. It's that pattern itself, Rog, that you manage to zap with a concentrated burst of your electrical energy that causes it to light up almost blindingly as that side of the box closes itself and the entire top of the box sort of breaks apart into different sort of levels of rectangles. This is probably some sort of strange code that they need to be pressed down in a certain order to make it work. Crow, you just smack. Really fucking hard.
Really hard.
You just 2 hands slam down on the top, and much like how locks can be picked either carefully or by raking, you effectively rake the top puzzle of this box, and they all sort of after a moment hit the correct latching point, and
I
The
just give like a
entire-
nod, like, "Yep, that's
Yeah.
it."
And the entire lid of the box sort of pops up slightly as this happens, and it seems that it's open.
Pop it
What's in
open.
Pulling open the top of the box, there are a couple of things within it. Namely, is what appears to be a beautiful parchment scroll, the border artfully tooled with geometric patterns, and currently blank, there's nothing on it. Sitting atop it, though, is a scale of some sort. You guys, based off of this, would sort of inherently immediately be able to recognize a dragon turtle scale, which unfortunately is just a talisman, but hey, it lets you swim for a minute.
All right, something to sell for money. Got it.
Or, hold
Wait.
on for when the fucking flood is happening.
Yeah, I
For
was
the
gonna
one
say.
time one person can use it. Got
Yes, let one person
Give it
swim
to
for
the
1 minute.
person with the worst athletics.
it. They need to be at least trained to use it.
As this box opens and a number of people who sort of came over to watch, recognizing that this is your group's first attempt at this and seeing just a first try success, there's both gasps and cheers that break out amongst the crowd. Before a minute or so later, Ardax himself steps out of his tent and sort of strides over and takes a look at what you guys accomplished. I'll be damned. First try, was it? Well done.
It was by Juka's will that we opened it on the first try.
I'm fairly
And,
sure it was more of your own skill with it, but if you wish to attribute it to divine, that'd be my guess. The
I
feast
after the
tonight will be...
exhaustion
go
of
ahead.
a hunt, I might add. Oh no, I was just gonna say, right after we returned from my day's hunt too. Well, multiple days
Successful
hunt.
hunt.
Even better then. Celebration of the feast tonight will be in the honor of our puzzle box openers today. I hope you brought enough food back for the feast.
Yes.
Some extra.
And white hands.
Fantastic. As Hein has already brought the Aurochs that were hunted over, which are now beginning to cook as you returned a little, late for meal. The feast was sort of ongoing already, especially while you were focused on the puzzle box, but it is added in to the cooking, and the celebration continues late into the night. And that is where we're going to end our session for today. At a normal time.
Did he ever explain what the parchment was for?
Nope.
Can I ask? Or next session, can I ask?
Next session, you absolutely can, because I need to figure out what it's for.
Oh,
Because the book doesn't explain.
or just
It-
put parchment there.
I didn't think we were going to open it on the first try.
No,
It literally is just a blank paper. He meant to put
it
something else in
literally
there.
is.
Space filler.
It's
You're like, oh,
wild.
shit.
I don't know why they just didn't have it.
Well, maybe we just can't read it yet.
Maybe. You'll find
True.
out.
Ghosting.
Invisible ink.
All of
Maybe
us
it'll be
will find
important at the very end of the campaign. Who knows?
I
Maybe you have
whip
to
it
take the
up,
paper out at the right place at the right time
Right.
in order for it to be revealed
Yep. And
for the ritual in order to put away the was it silent well whatever
doesn't matter.
the lich,
Oh, the Whispering Tyrant.
the whispering tyrant. That's the name.
Yeah. All right.
The magical thing we needed this whole time.
Right. The
Paper has his
MacGuffin
true
paper
name on it.
The MacGuffin paper.
that Ardax has had and just decided to do nothing with and put in a puzzle box as a prize.
Well, he didn't know what it was at the time.
Fair enough. All
That would
right.
be something
Well,
we
thank
would
you all
do.
so much for playing. I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you
Have a good
next
night,
week.
everybody.
Thanks for having us.
All right.
Well, have a good week. Thank
Bye.
you.
I loved being the tank of the group for the first fight.